Welcome to the live stream. What's going on? It's Monday night. It's 7:30. It's Monday the 7th. Start of the week. How's everyone doing? It is 5 days till Sausage Fest. Is it? Yeah, 5 days. Bolton, welcome. I don't think I've seen your name in the chat before, have I? Have we said hello to each other before? What's going on, everyone? Squeegee Dave, welcome. Hello. What's up? Sure. How shall I send it to you? That one? That's the edited 2021. Sure. Blue Rock, welcome. Evening, Jake, Shabba, Andy, Barkley. What's your name? Sophie. That one?
Yeah. Can you just make sure?
That one?
Actually, no. Sorry, the work one. Because I need it on my laptop. Sorry, everybody.
Sophie, that one.
Yep.
And is that the right CV?
I don't know, you scrolled so fast.
Sorry everyone, but just give me just a sec.
I was going to leave it and then I thought if I leave it I'm just going to keep putting it up.
Yeah, is it that one?
No, it wasn't.
Haven't got any others on this PC.
Send that one to me anyway.
Yeah.
Send it to me anyway. Thanks.
Welcome to the live stream, everyone. I think we're going to be speaking with Darren today, although I haven't spoke to him at all today, so we'll see. There you go.
Thanks, lover.
No worries. Now leave me alone. Can I have a coffee, please?
No, absolutely
Please.
not. I knew exactly
Please.
you were going to say that.
It was a joke.
No.
It was a joke. Please get me a coffee. Yeah. Or a cold one.
No, not good.
Alright, a hot one. Can I have it in my nice mug, please?
No, it's in the wash.
Thank you. Get off me.
You're definitely not having that.
I can finally show you my pole. You can see how little it bends. Where do I find it? You're grinding. It's good to hear. Look at what Collie put in the chat today. In the Discord, he's broke his pole in half. He's absolutely snapped his long boy pole. Alfie, welcome. You right, mate? Simon, Paul. I think I'm following you on Instagram. I think I've been seeing some of your window cleaning stuff. Let's get this music down a little bit. It's a little bit too loud, isn't it? Who else is quiet? Is anyone else quiet? I had one gutter quote today, and she hasn't messaged me back. I think I went a bit too high. I don't know. It's 3 sides, semi-detached. Like I think she called it a dormer bungalow. Well, it's like a bungalow, but it's got 2 levels because there's windows in the roof. So there's gutters above the windows as well. 3 sides and a conservatory. I went in at 140 quid for a gutter clear. I thought that was quite reasonable, but she's ignored me, so maybe not. I don't know. Has Discord finished updating? It has. Where did he post it? Was it photos? Yes, look at this. These knees, welcome. Thank you so much. Thanks for becoming a member. Rico, mate, I got your message. I was shopping at the time, but I listened to it in my headphones. I really appreciate you, mate. You're a lovely man. Always sending me little words of support, and it's beautiful. It's lovely. Have a look at this broken pole then. Look at the state of that. I think it's 4th section. Totally snapped in half. So apparently what happened... was... he was cleaning it here like this. And he went too far off the right. And it slipped off the edge of the roof. That is a lengthy reach. That's pretty wild, to be fair. Is that natural slate as well? That doesn't look like man-made slate. It looks quite natural to me. Can anyone confirm? So it slipped off to the right here and just literally... Craziness. Hopefully he can just replace the one section, but who knows. Pressure washing's quiet for me at the moment, but I'm not advertising it right now. Yeah, I mean, gutters are picking up. Browns, welcome. Snap me rod. Yeah, gutters are definitely picking up. I've had a few more people get in contact about guts, sucking their guts. Have you ever thought about getting into fleet washing? I have, but most places that have got fleets have someone on site doing their washing for them. Like they employ their own person. Generally, also fleets, the drivers are in charge of washing their own vehicles. From what my brother told me. I had 2 window cleaning customers cancel. Winter's definitely starting. Yeah, people are messing me about a lot recently, to be honest. I've had a lot of people either changing or pushing back or cancelling or just generally being awkward. And it's quite annoying when you've not got a hell of a lot of work coming up. The ones you have got are just like messing you about a little bit. That's quite annoying. Steve, welcome. Quiet but listening. What does that mean? I've done 5 quotes since last week. I've got 2. It's natural. Been stuck in waterlogged cellar all day, but the gutter vac sorted it out. You've been stuck in a waterlogged cellar. You're having to suck it all out with a gutter vacuum. Have you got any pictures, Shane? Can you send me some pictures on Instagram or something? Stefan, welcome. Hey, Smelt. Enjoying your videos. Thinking of entering this line of work. Nice. It is definitely gutter season, yeah. Can you buy a side natural slate? As far as I'm aware, yes. The man-made slate has a tendency, apparently, of... I think what happens is it weathers, and so the coating deteriorates. And then so if you pressure wash it, or if you biocide it, it reveals the fact that the coating's deteriorated. So you get this, you expose like the white underneath the coating. Can anyone correct me? Or is that what happens? I think natural slate, there's obviously no coating, so you've got no risk of turning it white or anything because it's the same all the way through. But man-made slate has like a layer. Maybe someone can confirm. Good day, John. I've just had constant gutters, soffits, conservatory roofs and solar panels from my window cleaning customers, all getting ready for winter. That's cool. That's good to... I mean, yeah, if you're already advertising, if you already got customers who you do window cleaning for, that's perfect, isn't it? I feel like I'm shouting. I posted an advert last week. The first advert that I've done. Let me show you. I've not made like a proper advert for Facebook before. And so this was like my first sort of attempt, really. Let me know what you think. I thought it was okay. Seems like summer was a bit short-lived, wasn't it? But autumn's here, leaves are falling, probably into your garden, onto your driveway, and very likely they're going to start filling up your gutters as well. It's not something most people think to check, and it very often gets left until something goes wrong, like blocked downpipes or overflowing gutters, ingress of water into your property. If you've not had them looked at in the last 12 months, it's probably a good idea to at least book an inspection. And if you're in or around the Redditch area, we can do this for around about 15 quid. Stick the camera onto the pole, take some high quality videos so you can decide if you'd like them clearing out or not. If they do need clearing out, then we can use our high powered industrial gutter vacuums from our friends over at GBS to suck out all the debris from the gutters, all while keeping our feet firmly on the ground. I do still like to get up there with a ladder and take apart the downpipes where needed, just to make sure everything's free flowing and get those all important before and after photos for the customer. Prices start from around about £40 per side, and I'm offering a 10% discount for anyone who books in during the whole month of October. Smelts Pressure Washing can also help you out with any roof cleaning, PVC washing, solar panels, conservatories, and obviously anything else pressure washing related. Send me a message or use the contact form on my website, smeltspressurewashing.co.uk. What do you reckon? Also, what I've done is I've added a roof cleaning. Wrong one. I can't spell my own name. I've added a roof cleaning page to my website as well. I've moved gutter clearing up on my home page. Added the roof cleaning here. Oh, I didn't link this button, did I? Did I? Oh, I did. I did. So I've done it in like an order of how we approach a roof clean. So we've got the inspection. We advise, you know, pressure washing or scraping or soft washing, depending on what the roof needs. And then I'll just go into a little bit about pressure washing, moss scraping, chemical treatment, and then ongoing maintenance. And what I forgot to do, annoyingly, is add a call to action button. So normally in every page you'd want like a book now or a contact form or something. And I've got it in my other pages, so if you scroll down on this one, there's like a contact us bit. But I forgot to do it on the roof cleaning one. I've also added a bunch of images to the boosted packs. I think I might have mentioned this last week, but I've added some Christmas lights, some tarmac jobs that I did recently, gutters, fascias, soffits, added those recently, and some more gutter clearing photos as well. Lots more pictures to add, but we're getting there. I quite like this gallery. Any feedback on these? Is that a decent roof cleaning page? Or is there anything I need to add other than the call to action? Sent you them on WhatsApp. Let's have a little mooch. Should we see if Darren's around? Ooh. So is it flooded or something? What's going on? Oh. That looks nasty. That looks dingy. Can a house recover from that much like damp and like if it's been flooded down there? Can the foundations recover? Because I'm guessing that's like a cellar, isn't it? Like the amount of water that must have seeped into all of the little nooks and crannies. is like dehumidifier. Is a dehumidifier enough to resolve something like that? AC pressure washers have just put out a new video. 78 litres per minute at 250 bar. Hopefully.
Minute at 250 bar. Hi, it's Barry and Conrad again from AC Pressure Washers with a
Come on.
drain jetter, hydraulic hose reel, 44 horsepower, Perkins 109 KF series. We've turned it into a powerful pressure washer. Before we started, we had to put a set of heater plugs on because it wouldn't start. It starts first time now. We put a VB80 180 unloader on it, or 8280, to cope with the pressure and flow. It does 78 litres per minute at 250 bar, is what it's rated at. It's now a pressure washer come drain jetter, and it's an absolute monster. It's capable of running 3 surface cleaners potentially at the maximum. It will
That's
run
insane.
a 3-headed surface cleaner, as long as they've got the right swivels on it, which would be an absolute bonus for anybody. So we'll start it up and give it a try, I think.
If it's genuinely putting out 78 litres per minute, I don't even know if you can get
Time to start it up. We've got a 20s nozzle, which is massive.
20.
Let's give it a go.
I didn't even know they went up that.
Put some heat on it.
I didn't even know they went up to 20.
So a brand new set of heater plugs.
I'm running a 08 on my 30 litre per minute machine. They're running a 20. Jesus! Oh my god! Oh my god, that is wild. I wonder what would happen if you put a turbo on it. You'd be knackered, wouldn't you? Sorry if it's really loud. I don't know how he's holding it with one hand. I struggle to hold mine with one hand. I like that contraption he's got on the reel there. That's a massive reel as well, isn't it? God, everything's just massive on that. That's like an experience, isn't it? Playing about with one of them. He looks exhausted. Look at it. He's in shock.
Voila!
That's crazy. AC pressure washers, man. Brilliant ad, thank you. Saw this, thought it was a very good ad, thanks. I have my first ground surface to biocide tomorrow. Concrete looks to be a bit rainy. Better to wait for a dry day or crack on. I would say crack on if it's like 10% chance of rain. I mean, by the time it's absorbed. What I've done in the past, even if there's been rain forecast, within hours, I've applied the biocide and it's absorbed into the surface and it's dried. And at that point, I'm thinking, well, that's what you need, isn't it? It's not being rinsed. It's not being diluted by the rain or anything. It's in there. It's been absorbed. Even when it's rained later on the same day, the biocide that I've applied has always done its job. I do 20-to-1 on roofs. Oh, sorry, 1-to-20 on roofs and 1-to-30 on ground surfaces, and it's always done its job regardless of the weather. And also, back 50 from Pure Seal is the one I use. Even in like low temperatures, you shouldn't be using it in like freezing temperatures. You'd use the BioClear for that one. But even when I've used the back clear in 0 degrees, less than 0 degrees, it's worked fine. I used it on one of the roofs that I did a video on when there was literally frost on the roof, and it still did an amazing job. So October can be a funny month. Picks up normally from November. Really? That's good to know. Sorry, we're really busy, but I'm listening intently. Good to see you on a live stream. Oh, nice. Thanks, mate. Hi, Hooper. I did some fleet washing on Saturdays while I was at school. The bloke I worked for was charging like 400 or 500 quid for a fleet of 50. Would be good to get into it all year round. Is its work guaranteed? 400 or 500 quid for a fleet of 50. Can you break that down? What do you mean 400 or 500? Are you saying he's charged 400 or 500 quid for 50 vehicles, or are you saying that he's charging 400 or 500 quid per vehicle? Because I can't work out what you're saying there, but that's very interesting. You're on holiday in 2 weeks. Let's have a look. Matt, welcome. You're right, mate. Episode 69. Hello, Connor. You're right, mate. Are you going to buy a tower? No. Not anytime soon. I might buy a tower when Jakey gets a van, because then I'll have room.
Right, Jakey's first.
Shh. Shh. I'll have room in the van for a tower. I saw Jakey said it was hard work on the roofs. Yeah, it's I mean, we had an easy job that day because we were sat on the roof scraping it. So I think the one that you're referencing is this one. So because it was a very shallow pitch, we were quite happy sitting on it and just doing it by hand. I realised I was actually higher off the ground, stood on the top of my van, than I was stood on the in the centre of this roof. And I climb up on my van every day. I felt we were both very safe, But yeah, we were scraping this by hand with found some little scrapers from Wix. I forgot what they call this little thing. Combination shave hook. Can I make that bigger? No. But they're cheap anyway. And two little scrapers did that whole roof. I think that weren't bad. And they still look good at the end of it. They're still usable. What's your ad spend a day? I spend nothing on adverts. Absolutely nothing. The only thing I spend money on is hosting this website just to keep it online. I think it's about 11. I think my latest bill was £14 a month actually, but I think that's because I've got my quoting tool as well that I pay for, SumUp.club. How many people use this still? I'm interested to know. Thanks, Bee's Knees. You're taking the seller out? Evening, Richard. Arms like Popeye. What foam do you use cleaning roofs? Is it hypo with shampoo or biocide? We always biocide roofs. I think I might have... Can't remember if I put a picture up of the biocide, but... No, I didn't. Yeah, we biocided this afterwards. We used some... this was the same guy that we did his roof. These joints on this patio were absolutely tiny. The patio had been really badly laid. Some of them were quite big, some of them were tiny, but he just wanted like a cheap solution to help slow the weeds down. So we brushed in some of this Pro Joint Poly Sweep. It's the hard set-in jointing sand, and it worked really well. Like it got in all the little gaps and it filled up the big ones, and it sets rock hard, so it's like ideal. This was the pooey job that we went to. The drain over here had backed up, and he literally had poo and like waste and toilet paper all over the drive. Here, this drain. This one turned out well. We looked at this on stream last week. It was resin in the end, and it was really nice to clean actually. Came up well. Did all these window sills, which were an absolute pain in the arse. I hadn't considered how long this would take. Imagine climbing the ladder. I had a measuring jug with like 50-50 hypo in it. I had hypo, water, and then lots of surfactant in there to try and help it stick. I had to have... to do one windowsill, I actually had to climb the ladder twice. I had to climb it once on the left, move it, and then climb back up on the right. And I had to move the ladder up for each windowsill. And so the amount of ladder movements, and it was such a pain in the arse having to like paint the hypo on. And then get back up there once it had finished dwelling to pressure wash. I mean, they came up really well. It looked fantastic. In hindsight, I'd have probably pressure washed it first and then put the hypo on, but we got the result anyway. It looks great. But I charged 125 quid just to do the windowsills, and it wasn't worth it. It took way longer than I expected. The resin came up beautiful though. And then we also bought some grit. I've never purchased grit before. You know, sometimes you have like permeable block paving. I've never known where to get grit from and sort of what size to use and stuff. I found the perfect stuff. It's horticultural grit, and we found it in this town. It's what's the town called? It's called oh my god, there's a tower. Broadway. It's a village in the Cotswolds. Broadway Tower. And we found this stuff at one of the builders merchants in Broadway. And it's this coarse grit, horticultural grit, and it's been washed, which is important because the last thing I wanted to do was wash the patio and then brush in dirty grit and like have to rinse it again. But it was perfect. It did a fantastic job. Just filling up those gaps. It's just like they wanted just like a solution to fill the gaps really. I couldn't work out. There were some areas that were clearly mortar, but other areas that were grit. So the whole path going up there was mortar between the joints, and then the rest of it looked like fine grit. And so I said, look, the best option I think would be to pressure wash it all out, clear the joints, get all the weeds out. I haven't got a before picture of this, but it was really, really mucky. Loads of black spots. Still some black spots here, but we did our best. And then we just brushed grit into it afterwards. Access on this one was absolutely dreadful. And then we biosided the drive afterwards. Jakey had to push the machine around the back because there was no entrance down the side or anything. We had to literally walk down past 7 houses and then back up the back alley, like the gravel back alley, with Jakey's machine, which weighs a ton, and the buffer tank and all the equipment and the chemicals and the ladders. It's just like I undercharged massively for this job, and it was a nightmare from start to finish, and I didn't enjoy any of it. I think Darren's around. Where did you purchase your reel for the water tank? As in the reel for your low pressure hose? I got mine from Pressure Washer Sales and Service in Evesham, which is on my website. If you look at smelt.club, it's these guys here. They can sort you out for all your hose requirements. If you need hose, these are the boys to get the job done. Stupid. Darren!
These are the boys to get the job done.
Darren, hello. Can you hear me? I wonder if he's got his microphone sorted. Is my microphone sorted?
Hello.
Hello. You okay, matey? Turn on my camera for you. Just common courtesy, innit?
Does it work?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hear you. So what have I done wrong? Let me just find out what I've done wrong, mate.
Okay, no worries.
I'll find it.
For 50 Arctic lorries. Your quoting tool's great. I use your tool. Bees Knees uses my tool. He loves my tool. He uses it daily. I'd say sand, then biocide, or you'll get growth in the joints. Basically, the sand is a perfect environment for fresh weeds. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. Put the sand down first and then put the biocide in afterwards, so that you're sort of coating and protecting the sand as well. You're treating the sand as well. Where did you put... Oh, I've read that. Had a burst on a pipe doing a block pave clean last week. Would you replace it entirely or repair? It depends whereabouts the burst is. If it's halfway down, you might as well just replace it. If it's on the end, there are tools that can repair it. You can take it to a... Sometimes you can take it to like a hydraulic specialist and they'll be able to repair it. What's up, Big D? So yeah, it's been a lot going on this last week, and things have slowed down. I've had some inquiries for Christmas lights, which is positive. So I put this big advert. Oh my god, you scared me.
Okay, that works.
I can hear you.
Oh, that's working now. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I'm not sure which microphone's working. I'm not sure if it's the good one or the bad one.
I think it's the bad one. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not as good.
This is the good one. Does it work?
That sounds much better.
That means, hold on. That means I'll be able to play my tunes.
The only issue is, I can kind of hear myself occasionally. Have you got any headphones?
No, I'll turn you down a little bit. It's because you're a little bit loud.
Yeah, all right. Wicked. You sound beautiful today.
Feeling beautiful.
Can I see your woofter?
So, first of all, we must start this stream with an apology.
We?
Oh, it's your stream. You should start off with, the newspapers print apologies.
Mm.
We should start with one.
Not we. If you've got an apology to make, you carry on.
Well, let's just put it out there that last week I might have said something that led somebody to believe that I meant that because Daniel's son was not from England, that he might have been dirty in some way. And what I was actually saying is Daniel's son is a full-time cleaner, so be used to cleaning.
Oh, is
And
it?
completely
Oh,
out of context.
okay.
All right.
That one actually went
that
over
was
my head.
Second.
That went over my head, to be honest.
I know. I never thought anybody would pick up on it, but there we go. So let it be said and let it be noted on record that I don't think foreigners have dirty toilets. I just think that Daniel's son is a full-time cleaner, and it'll be his toilet to clean. And that's that. Other than that, it was interesting because we talked openly about a couple of products, the tittle-tattling that's gone on this week. That was interesting. So, you had a massive spike of people watching. It turns out they were all watching so they could go back and go. This
Drama.
is really, really, really funny.
Pure drama. You don't have to bring the drama, Darren.
I've got to bring it.
You've also got another apology to make to me as well.
Oh no! Why? What did I do to you now?
Your foul language on last week's stream has got me demonetized on that episode.
No way! And
Yep.
you were ruining so much as well.
Yeah, I was my potential earning on that video was £2.79, and you took that from me.
That's less than I'll donate you my fee.
Can't believe it.
You'll be in profit. I'll donate you my fee.
You give it to me on Saturday.
So much innuendo and so little time, Jakey.
It's already started.
It's already started. Check in the room. How to beat YouTube monetization. Innuendo bingo.
When was your birthday?
Friday.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry. Happy birthday.
Another day.
Just another day when you're old.
Well, it's like this. I don't particularly massively celebrate birthdays, never have. However, Sonia keeps... it was also my wedding anniversary because, like an idiot, I got married on my birthday.
Congrats.
So I had an amazing birthday party, and I also got married on the same day, which is how that went down. And Sonia keeps telling me every year she's got to have a birthday off. I've got to have my birthday off. I've got to have my birthday off. You can't go to work on your birthday. Does anybody else have to have their birthday off work?
If I stay at home on my birthday, I'm staying at home on my own. There's no one else off with me. So I'm just sat at home twiddling my thumbs. If I go into work, before I was self-employed, at least I'd have people to talk to, and they might take me out for lunch or something.
I know. So my birthday happened to fall on a Friday this year. So I just went, I'm on my birthday off. And they're all like, but. And I'm like, no buts. I'm on my birthday off. So I didn't feel overly well on Thursday. I'd started my new tablets for something, and they knocked me about a little bit. So I had Friday off too. I was supposed to have gone car shopping. Not that I could afford to buy a car, but I was supposed to have gone car shopping to look at cars. Just pretend that I can afford the nice cars and go for a drive.
My mum's going to buy a car tomorrow. Do you want to see what she's buying? Well, she's looking at it anyway.
I can see a wheel. Oh, there it is. Is that an X-Trail?
Almost.
Is it a Kia? What is it?
It's a Honda CR-V. This is her dream car.
Is it?
It literally is her dream car. It's a 2006 Honda CR-V.
Check her out.
She's got a perfectly fine car that works fine. That's her dream car, so that's what she wants. And her husband's got one, and they're going to have two of them on the drive. Never worked a birthday in my life. From year 7 to 20 plus years ago, this started. I normally work my birthday.
I bet it's one of the snowflake generation. I'm calling it now.
Dauntless asks a very important question. What time are we going to the Chinese on Friday? Because I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a hotel. Me and Sophie are going to get a hotel for the night in Stafford.
Yep.
and we're going to come to the all-you-can-eat Chinese with you.
What we're going to do? 8 o'clock? Too late?
Do you think we need to
Give us
book?
time to finish work. I will book. So give us a rough idea how many there's going to be.
Yeah, I have no
Because
idea.
They have an upstairs room that we can go to.
A brothel.
Don't you get demonetized, Jake? And then, this time you'll be donating me your fee.
Could you ask Darren my unloader question? Yes, we've got an unloader question in the Discord.
Okay.
Specifically aimed at you.
Where in the Discord is it?
It's in
I haven't been on.
Ask Darren.
Right, let's go have a look.
I need a return to tank unloader rated for 350 bar, 21 litres per minute. Any ideas on products available in Germany?
Great question.
When it says it's rated for 350 bar, 40 litres per minute, does that mean that's what it needs to kind of run at, or is that its max?
No, that's its max. So there will be a little bit over that, but to get 350 bar, it's going to be struggling.
Have you got any recommendations on which one to go for?
Yeah, but mega money.
Really, a lot of money. Is this for drain jetting, presumably? 350 bar?
Anything over sort of 250 bar, you start to really pay through your nose for.
Really?
Generally, whatever parts it is. Let me just have a look. See what I can find. A load of valves.
Look at this for service. Just got Darren on request whenever needed to answer these questions. Glug 3000 while eating a Chinese, outrageous. I can't wait to have a beer with you, Darren. I think that's going to be cool.
Good, isn't it?
Are you going to drink?
It depends if I can get Sonia to drive the car. We have a new unintended consequence, don't we, of our... We've had a surprise this week, haven't we?
Yes.
So I have to find a sitter for our new surprise.
Can you bring out your woofter?
She might be coming Saturday.
I want to see your woofter now.
She's on a walk. We'll see when she comes back in a minute.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that sausage I'm just seeing in Ask Darren. Whoa! Look at that! Steve, you need to bring that. Right, okay. So, I missed a couple of questions.
I was just saying how good your service was. Terrible service.
I've not been on ever all week. That's the problem. I'm just currently looking through. I might have to consult the books on Monday. Not Monday, tomorrow. Today's Monday. What day is it tomorrow, Jake?
Tuesday. How big is the woofter? It's a big one. It's a big woofter.
Yeah. Oh, she's big.
Does she dribble?
Like you wouldn't believe.
We've got near the back door where Coda's water bowl is. We've got a towel that hangs from the door because every time she goes for a drink, first thing she does is come and puts her head on you on your lap, or she'll flap it around and it goes all up the roof, all up the kitchen door. And so every time she drinks, you hear her drinking, you sprint over to grab the towel and wipe her mouth, and she knows the rule now. Trained her.
Yeah. Sonia's started with a she calls it a dribble towel.
Mm-hmm. Good idea. What are you feeding her?
Well, she was being fed like a Johnson's food and cheap meat.
Mm.
So in the interest of not upsetting her, we've kept it the same for now. But I think that long term we're going to be swapping her.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a proper she's proper breed. She's a is it Daymarken? Is that the correct terminology?
Not sure. Where's the video been the last couple of weeks? I've got one in the works as we speak. I can show you a little bit of footage from it if you like. It's a big video. It's going to take a lot of editing. To be honest, the sort of jobs that we've been on, I haven't really wanted to record. I've not had much. The jobs haven't been particularly interesting. I'm going to be recording a. Sorry?
I found one with a permissible working pressure of up to 350 bar. So that means this will go above 350 bar and have a working pressure of 350 bar. I've shared it in FaceTube.
Thank you. So this is the intro. Today we're in Bromsgrove at H2O headquarters to see what happens when you take a pressure washer.
Glug. So I may have a oh, hello. You with all your merch on.
With merch. And then we've got a full. I'm gonna show you a sneak peek of what we've been filming because it's very, very cool. It's gonna be a very good video.
Remember, there's a delay for me seeing it on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I have to catch up with it as everybody else sees it. And no special, behind the scenes here. Comes late for me.
Before you find that your kit gets tangled, damaged, etc. And this is our newest.
Brilliant that is. See the back of that AMROC? I've now got the same bars on the back of my AMROC.
Oh really?
Both with electric start. But we generally run 2 of these.
These lads have got some weapons, haven't they?
They've got some absolute kit, and we're literally going around the whole warehouse and doing not like a deep dive into everything, but we're looking at everything, and it's going to be a great video, but it's going to take some time to edit, and I need to go back there on Wednesday to get some more footage of their commercial work. So big video. I think tomorrow I'm going to record just a like a van tour video, because the last van tour I did was like over a year ago now, and a lot of things have changed. So I think I'll record and upload just a very low effort van tour video tomorrow, if anyone's interested in seeing that. What have you been up to?
Waiting for you to share this PDF for that lad that would like to see it. That's
Sorry.
what I've been up to.
Where'd you put it?
FaceTube.
Why have you done it there?
Because it was open on my computer. Where do you want me to send it to?
Do it in Discord so we can click the link.
Okay, hold on then. Hold on. Let me work out how to click on your face.
Do you know what I mean?
Transfer to console. How do I add a blooming microphone?
Can't you do it in the Ask Darren?
Yes, I've done it. I found it. I've found the answer. I just can't work out how to send you a message.
No, don't send me a message. Don't send me a message. Post the link in the Ask Darren section.
Oh, it's a PDF.
Just drag and drop it.
It's a document. Right, okay. Okay, where are we? Ask Darren. There we go. Ask Darren, right. Not there. Oh, upload a file. I can do it like that.
There you go.
Ta-da!
I'll have a little microphone here now, so I can do like
a
little voice.
Oh, I'm not sure I like that.
Mondays are a good day. We have Alan in on Monday, so today we play innuendo bingo all day long with Alan. We'll see how many we can tick off the card.
Alan,
not Alan.
Alan
H.
All right.
Our new girl that works the phone. Monday's a fun day. We do innuendo bingo. See how many we can tick off the card.
That's an interesting name, Alan. I've got some very, very interesting items that I'm going to be bringing to Sausage Fest to sell. Oh, my card machine came. Can I go and get my card machine?
Have you used it yet? Have you put anything in the slot? We should do innuendo bingo on Jake, we should send out cards, right? We should ask people in the chat the week before when they know I'm coming on to do like a card of words they want us to get in, right? And then we'll do the feed and see how many words off the chart we can get in.
Can I go and get it out of the van? Because I think I'd like to talk about it because I'm very impressed with it, and I think everyone should have one. Are you all right? Are you all right, man, in the chat?
Yeah, I'll do some of the chat. I'll do some of the chat.
I'll be back in a sec.
All right. Oh, Jake's left me with his stream. And what should we talk about? Tell we could do some of the questions. Let's have a look. Let's see. How far back up do we need to go? Lee, he asked her the same thing for his missus. She's a right dribbler. I know it's a bad problem. It's a bad problem, but keep that rag handy. Let's have a look. Any job is handy insight. Somebody's taking a look at going out and missed them. Any thoughts on a cheapish low flow 4.5 for home use? So, do you mean like a 12 volt pump, or do you mean like a jet wash pump? What sort of pressure are you looking at using that? Luke, what's the time frame? Is going to service a 4? Can I take it back same day? As soon as you like, buddy, just drop us a message. I'll squeeze you in. Good days. Let's have a look. John has replied, that's the one in his shopping basket, 110 euros. Yeah, I picked one from Germany. It would be much easier for you to get in Europe, so you can get one delivered locally. Steve Shields, I quite new to this trade. I started jet washing 2 years ago and I have a V-Tough washer with a Honda G200 engine. It's okay, but can you add an upgrade pump to give me higher flow? So, your biggest restricting factor, look how sexy that is.
The G200 is the restriction.
Yes, I was just about to say the engine is your biggest restriction on that. I'd be interested to see what pump you've got on it. We could possibly improve it. That's for sure. Well, I say for sure, it's a possibility. But yeah, your engine will be your biggest problem with that. 12 volt pump. So the ones that I use when I'm doing projects are the sea flow pumps that are on Amazon.
What's do you know which type?
If you go to Amazon and type in 12 volts sea flow, 12V sea flow, FLO, I think it is. Yeah, SLO, all one word. They'll come up with a bunch of 12 volt sea flow pumps. There's one there, 12 volt, 1.2 gallon a minute, 25 quid. Delivered to your door next day. And there's also submersible pumps. So if you say you're moving from a water butt to a water butt, on mine, furthest one on the right is a low voltage submersible pump, 16 litres, 12 litres a minute. You could drop that straight in the bottom of the barrel. But I use those. I find them quite good. Generally.
Look at my card machine, Darren.
Let's see it.
I think it's very posh. I'm glad you made me buy it.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So you set up a SumUp account now?
Yeah, it's a SumUp. Do you remember which model it is?
The flagship one.
Yeah, the newest one. SumUp.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get the receipt thing out, but there is.
Yeah, that'll just open at the back.
There is receipts already in there. And I wasn't sure whether it was going to work, and so I just put £1 through on my app, and it came through the next day. So it's like next day payouts, I suppose. Is it?
Yeah, which is normal for a card machine.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, day or two payout for card machines. Normal. Even my big one that's in my showroom is 1 or 2 days turnaround.
So I went on the website, signed up, ordered, And as I'm ordering it, it's asking me for my account details and stuff that I want stuff to get paid into. And then it arrived within a day, which I thought was very impressive. And it's already all linked up. It comes with, it was charged as well when I got it out of the box. Turned it on, downloaded the app, and I'm ready to take payments like instantly. It was so easy. And the packaging was impressive. The actual product is so impressive. Very easy to use. USB-C. I don't know why everything isn't USB-C at the moment, but I'm very impressed with it. And so I'm going to be taking payments at Sausage Fest for all of the stock that I'm bringing.
So, that nicely segued in there.
Smouty's shop. Smouty's sausage shop.
Sausage Fest.
Oh.
So, I haven't looked at the sheet yet of things that we've got to do a discount.
Do you want me to send? I don't think I've even sent you the link, have I?
No, we need to close it and send a link for that so I can sort the...
Do you want to ask people again tonight just to make sure?
Yeah, let's close it at the end of play.
Okay.
So somebody on the chat will have a link. Can you hear them talking? The dog's just arrived back.
So we've got an item discount request form. So if anyone wants to... If anyone's coming to Sausage Fest and they want something discounted specifically, fill out this form. Very basic, simple form. And Darren will be able to see, it's this form here. So just your name, last name, which item you want discounted. Very simple. Only fill it out if you're actually coming. And then we've already got some... Oh God, come on.
Oh God. Minga.
Is she calling a Minga? Talking to me?
The dog.
Oh.
No, the dog. Yeah, hello. Son, come move this stuff so Maisy can come say hello.
Maisy?
That's what she's called.
Oh.
Let me turn off my background. Look, there's me solar inverters.
You love them, don't you? You point them out. Oh, look! Look!
Come here, Maisy. Come here. Come here.
Is she clumsy? How old is she?
Hello. You can't see her.
Oh, look. Oh, she's dribbling already.
Oh, she's dribbling everywhere.
Yeah, she's just been.
She's got...
Oh, hello. I'm lost a bit of weight. Hello.
She's got the line on her head like Coda has. Coda's got that white line. Oh,
Right,
cute. She's huge. Absolutely huge.
A little bit, yeah.
Is she clumsy then? She's like, it's normally the tail, isn't it? Just smacking into everything.
You know, she's 3.5. Her owners died. They were a lord and a lady, believe it or not. She's used to travelling around in Bentleys. How has her life changed?
Bloody hell.
And we needed to make a decision because after Mav died, we wasn't sure if we wanted another dog. It was a bit sad for us. And
Is there a dog?
Yeah, you missed the dog.
Oh, tell her to come back.
Can Soph see the dog? Thank you.
I don't think she'll come back to me. She doesn't like me that much.
Does she not?
Let's see if I can get her back.
What?
She'll come in with this child now. Come in, mate.
Maisy,
Come
move.
say hello.
Look.
Come on, Maisy.
Come here. Come here.
Yeah.
Hello, baby.
She's got the same line on her head as Coda.
She's going to back up now. So she's going to insist on putting her
Does she
bum
lean?
on my leg.
Yeah, does she lean on you and put her bum on your leg?
Leans.
Coda does that as well.
Constantly leans.
It's cute.
So in her
Three.
lineage, like her grandparents are like Crufts champions, and apparently she was an £8,000 puppy. Whether you believe that story or not.
Bloody hell.
Come here, Maisy.
I can't tell you if that's true or not.
Wait,
But
she's coming.
here she comes. Look.
Look at the size of them paws.
Puppy.
Oh, she's slobbered. Oh, slobber.
Is she like friendly with dogs and people and stuff?
Yes. So yesterday she went to rugby. She's a little. Oh, look at that drool! Look at the drool! Oh, you're a good girl, aren't you? Yeah. So she went. She's been to work this morning.
Oh, have I pressed the button?
No, you're okay. You've just changed it so I can't see what we're looking at. There we go.
Mum's giving her chicken.
Yeah. So our house is turned over, so we're busy dog-proofing the rest of the house. This is my crap in my room.
Does she chew?
No, she doesn't chew.
God, it sounds like you got the perfect dog. Non-reactive, doesn't chew.
She's untrained. We've not had any mess. We've not had any fuss. She doesn't chew anything. Is she coming back again? Oh, they're busy.
Behind you.
Oh, hello.
No.
Sorry.
3
Sorry,
years
baby.
old.
Looks very
3
smooth.
years old.
Smooth coat.
She's got a lovely coat. I mean, considering the colour. Oh, no.
Yeah, that is constant in our house, that is.
To be fair, we're quite lucky with Coda not dribbling too much.
Only when she drinks, mainly, isn't it?
Drinks and eats.
Yeah, she only dribbles when she has a drink or when she's been eaten.
You got to keep a towel by her bowl.
Yeah.
We have
We have
dribble
curtains by
towel.
our bowl as well, so we can wipe her face with the curtains. Jake will, all the other lads will know exactly why we have curtains near stuff.
Right, come on, Maisy, mate.
We're good at wiping things.
Oh my God.
Oh.
You got me demonetized last week for talking to Rude.
Wasn't me. I think we should have a bingo card. I've told you. We should do a bingo card. It'll be a lot safer.
We've got
Get the safe words in.
We've got some entries on the discount request form.
Have we? Some fresh ones.
We've got, thanks for the coffee. We've got low pressure and high pressure hose. We have.
Somebody wants a GX390 electric start van mounted cold water system.
Yeah, someone wants a sausage sandwich reduced.
Alistair, you turn up on the day. I'm telling you, let's go back to that, man. I'd never, ever, ever discount machines. But you turn up the day and you leave a deposit, you will have a discount.
Ooh.
Sizable discount, and I do not discount machines. I'm going to support the people that come up.
Vanguard Ultimate Pack, 21 litres per minute. Electric Start Ultimate Pack. Roof cleaning kit.
What machine is Alex Williams? Tell me what machine it is. I might even get Sonny to build it. Come with your spends, you might be able to take it. George Williams, something better than a Karcher. That's everything in my place.
Turbo
Alpha
Devil.
HB. So, is it a HB on a stand? Is it HB on a wheels?
Just had a new one. ST2600, that's what Rich is after. I think.
Okay.
He also wants, I've got a cue that goes into the trigger to a female 1/4 inch, so you can put nozzles in it, but it's just a stubby one.
I'll have them pre-built.
Oh, lovely. Can you discount those, please?
Yeah, I'll discount them.
Thank you.
Anything else while we're talking? Oh, we need to talk about the other people that listen. It's like chaos now, isn't it? The dog's back. The
Absolute chaos. Just before we move on, advice for people starting out. Be consistent. Don't give up. Consistency is the only thing, apart from my lack of uploads over the last couple of weeks, is the only thing. I think it's the main contributing factor to me being in the position I'm in, is consistency in everything I'm doing.
If you start watching YouTuber videos about kits, don't watch their first videos. Come more towards the end because the kit gets better the longer they've been doing it. Because they're all, I say they all, a bunch of the prominent people on YouTube, their first equipment, which they'll tell you at the time because they know no better, because they don't go back over the videos and re-edit them and go, actually, this isn't the best thing in the world ever, like I'm telling you in this video, but it's not bad for 250 quid or whatever. They never go back and retell you. So even now, some of the other people are going, I've just watched a video where they've said this machine's the best thing ever. Because you never go back and go, actually, I found something else better.
You talking about me?
No, not necessarily you. But I think it might apply to your story as well. I get it a lot with people that have had like the Wolf jet washers. And they go, did you have a Wolf? No, you didn't have a Wolf. You had
I had the Parker brand.
Parker, right, okay. So I hear it a lot with the Wolf. I've just watched such and such YouTuber say that this is the best jet wash they've ever used. And like that video was 7 years ago, mate.
And it was sponsored.
Now? And it was sponsored, yeah. So I would say do your research, find the right resources. So Jake's channel is a good one, so you've already found this one. One of the things that we talked about last week was the fact that you wear your mistakes on you. You wear and share any mistakes you make, so people don't make the same pitfalls. So you don't sort of hide it, do you? You don't run away from it. You sort of go, actually, I tried to do this. I think there was a roof with a leak, I think, once, wasn't there? And that type of thing. And you just go, look, I made this mistake. This is what I'm going to do next time. This is how we should fix it. And you sort of share the pitfalls of what you do. So
yeah,
I would say as far as resources go, not just because I'm on your channel, but you're quite a reliable source of information.
Oh, thanks, mate.
That's all right, pal. It's all right, anytime. Other than speaking directly to an equipment supplier, what you must remember with them is nearly all of them will just try and sell you something. And there's not many of them that'll have a lot of time to sit with you. And
that's natural. Everyone's busy, aren't they?
Yeah.
Did you get the link that I just posted in the chat, Batman? Did anyone see that link? Because I actually don't see it.
I haven't seen a link come up in the chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can't post links. I can't even post links in my own channel. God,
right, so can you use a 40 litre per minute on a GX360? You'll probably get a 4200. In fact, there's an RW4021. 41 litres, 200 bar, get it out. 4120, RW4120 is an epic pump that you can stick on your 630. I have a few of them if you want them cheap. I don't know if I can ship them to you and they'll still be cheap, but I do have a few of them. Yeah, no links, Jake. You've really screwed this down. Somebody put 50p in Jake's YouTube channel for him and he can post links. Is that what it is, Jake? Nobody's put enough money in the meter yet?
I just don't understand. I'm signed it. Oh, it might be because I weren't signed in. Get me off this.
I love it when it's not just me having technical problems.
I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. Maybe now that I'm signed in.
Anyway, Jake has got a link. He can't share it with you, but there is a link.
There we go.
Oh, Jake.
I've done it. It's because I weren't signed in. That was annoying. Discount request. There you go. Whew. So
got there in the end.
That might have. So the Facebook page might not have been a thing last week either when I posted that.
Oh yeah. Is
there something comparable to the Gardener backpack?
I got asked this question today, by the way, in the shop.
There's the big boy one, isn't there? People seem to like big boy, but that's around about the same price. So,
do you know what my answer was?
Go on.
I think they're all just from AliExpress.
They're all from AliExpress.
I think they're all just from like an AliExpress. I don't think they're I could be completely wrong, but I think they're just Chinese with a branding on.
Judging by the wiring in them, they're not great. And I think the main reason people have issues with the Gardener backpack is because if it falls over or you knock it about in the back of your van, the soldering and the way the wires are all put together, it's not ideal, really. I mean, the backpack's great quality other than the wiring.
I'm glad you said that, Jake, because if I'd have said that, somebody would have been quickly emailing Gardner now to say, look what he just said about your stuff on FaceTube.
We're allowed to share our experiences, aren't we? And I'm a huge advocate of Gardner products, and I'd still recommend the Gardner backpack. It's just the wiring's a bit dodgy. And loads of people have these little issues where it stops charging, or the switch stops working, or the control switch just stops working. And it's probably because one of the wires has come out in the back. Very easy to take apart and fix yourself, though, if you're half competent. What are you selling at Sausage Fest, Jake? I've got some really, really good items. And I'm not trying to make a profit. I'm just bringing stuff that I think is really useful that no one else is really selling. There's a lot of suppliers that I don't think, you included.
I love that. I love that.
What?
I love that. I'm not here to make profit, guys, but here's a bunch of stuff I'm selling. Profit's not a dirty word, Jake.
I'm trying to break even. We're coming up the night before, hotel, fuel. It's an expensive game.
I know.
Carl's become a member. Thanks, mate. Welcome to the club. Join the Discord. Come on in. Appreciate it. Thank you. Can I use a 40-litre pump on a GX 630?
It's a bit late to the party, Jake. I've already answered that one, Paul.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
Are the fees high for the...
1.75% off the top of my head.
I think it's 1.6 something, isn't it? 1.67 for the SumUp machine, which I don't think's bad. And I don't know if there's a maximum payment. Do you know, Darren?
No, I think it's fairly unlimited.
Yeah. I realised when I was trying to scan a cheque on my banking app the other day, you can't do checks over $1,000.
No, checks. Who pays with checks anymore?
A few of my customers. So what were you saying about Rebler? Welcome. What are you saying about Sausage Fest, Darren? Who have you got coming?
Right, so that's what I was going to say. Have we properly updated who's coming to Sausage Fest?
No.
So now remember, while I'm saying this, Jake, just check your message, and then you need to give me a number, so I can arrange that in the morning.
Give you?
So check FaceTube messages, and you need to give me a number. So Sausage Fest. So we've got, obviously there's going to be me, and my place is going to be open, and Jake's written a nice little thing up about what we're going to be doing. I must emphasise, although we are open and the shop's going to be open and we will run some discounts, wasn't the aim of the day. So for me, it isn't about sales. For me, it's about meeting you guys, giving you support, and opening up, giving you all a sandwich. And we're trying to give it a cars and coffee style feel, but with vans and equipment. So there's going to be me. We're going to have Daniel's son with Pro Grip. Jake's going to have his stand, which is all about the money, obviously, because he needs to break free on his hotel. You know, you need to make sure Jake can pay for his hotel. And I believe, since I'm paying for the sausages, Jake's paying for the Chinese at the All You Can Eat, which sounds like a good deal to me. So everybody that comes to the All You Can Eat gets a free Chinese on Sprouts tab. So that's a good deal for the day before. So you must buy off Jake's stand the next day, or he won't be able to afford his fuel money home. There's going to be...
I think they're going to want to, with some of the bits that I've got, I think they're going to genuinely want to purchase some pieces.
Splash the cash.
Yeah.
So we have Daniel's son. There's going to be you there. The Daniel's son's pro grip. Pro grip's going to be open. The toilets are going to be very clean, not because Daniel's a foreigner, but because he's a cleaner. I feel like I have to say that every time now. So Pro Grip will be open. He'll be running the machines so you can see how the Pro Grips are made. We've also managed to secure Connor Bentley. Connor's coming for the day.
We've secured him.
We've secured him. We've nailed him down. We will put Connor in a pen, tie him down so you guys can go and talk accounts with him and how he can save you money. Connor has already saved me some money, so I think he can do you guys the same. I've also got ammo coming from CSS with lifts and trailer lifts and whatever we can get there. Is coming. Who have I missed, Jake? And there may be a surprise if the van travels from Norfolk.
Well, we've got Howden.
Oh, yes. Oh, shoot and darn it. Shoot and darn it, YouTube monetizer. That should have been an F and a Jeff then. I forgot. How can I forget about Jack?
He called last week and he said, I've heard about your sausage party. And he said, that
must have been an awkward conversation.
No, he just said, can we come along? And so Howden Insurance, who are, I think they're very much focused exterior cleaning with regards to liability insurance and stuff. And I'm going to be, I still haven't got back to them about the quote that they sent me, but I need to switch employers' liability insurance, so I'm gonna be taking them up on their quote soon. I just haven't got around to it just yet.
I think that there's something to be said about maybe the companies that are involved, but ours as well. That, you know what, spend money with those people that put time and effort into you guys in the sector that you're in. I've never, ever, ever known accountants, indirect people to our industry. Do you know what I mean? I'd say, I'm going to say direct, right? But accountancy and insurance, indirect. And yet these guys are putting all the time and all the work in to understand what we do. And I don't think it's just to get our business. Obviously, they're a business. But as I found out, as Jack's found out, those guys didn't actually have a clue what they were insuring when they were doing quotes for you guys, and some of it was wrong because they hadn't put, in the past, because they didn't fully understand what you guys were doing and what your requirements were. They put the time in to learn this now, so why wouldn't you if their quote's competitive? In fact, I'm going to go as far as to say, even if it isn't the most competitive quote, you could put money on that you'll be actually insured correctly with those guys because they understand what you're doing.
Just the questions they ask, like it's tailored to. This isn't an advert, by the way. I don't care if you go with them or not, but they asked me, like, are you working at height? How high are you working generally? Because I guess there's different levels of cover for different heights. And if we're doing like 2-story roof cleaning, that's what I've gone for. It's like 2-story roof cleaning because I don't intend to go much higher than that. And if I do, I can just ring them and they'll adjust the policy. But yeah, it's good to know you're actually covered for the work you're doing rather than hoping that you're covered and then when something goes wrong, you find out that you're not.
No, I agree. 100%.
James.
100%.
Sorry.
What we got, mate? Sorry, you go. Your channel.
James, thank you very much for joining as a boosted member. Welcome. Join the Discord and you'll get access to all those images. Thank you, mate. Welcome.
Wow, that's 2 on one night. What an influence I have. Don't forget to send my referral fee.
Okay. You still owe me £2.
Oh, why do I owe you £2? What have I done? Oh, for last week. Yeah, apologies. Yeah. I'll give it you when I see you on Friday night after you square up for the Chinese.
Okay. Which Chinese
I'll
is
tell you
it,
what
by
I
the
will,
way?
mate. At the Golden Orient.
The Golden Orient.
Yeah. Golden Orient.
Hurricane Close, Stafford. Oh, that is like really close to... Is that really close to PWS?
It's pretty close. Are you saying the Spitfire, the Hurricane?
I don't think the Spitfire have got any rooms. Premier Inn, Stafford.
Well, they're both close to each other.
Hurricane, the Shire Horse, Spitfire.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
they're
right by the Shire Road.
yeah, they're all
Golden
local, aren't
Orient
they?
just behind it. Yeah, just behind it.
So how far away is that from PWS then?
5 minutes. Tops.
Okay.
About a mile.
Yeah, the Spitfire don't have any rooms. Can we get a little vote in the chat to how many people? No, let's not actually.
No, actually, we do need to know how many people are going to come to the Chinese because I will book us all a table.
All right.
And in all seriousness, I might treat you all.
No, you
Best
won't.
all not turn up. Best all not turn up. Flex the card. Connor's on now. Connor, obviously the director will not be at this thing, so I want to claim the VAT back as well. Is that right?
Is
so
that
if the director doesn't?
Is that a thing?
Yeah. So my last accountant told me that if I wanted to claim VAT back on entertaining, that the director of the company could not be at it.
Ooh.
But as an employee, you can claim the VAT back on the fuel for your employee.
MMC exterior cleaning. Not sure I'm going to make it Saturday. Not back from Wales till midnight on Friday and would have to leave mine at about 5 a.m. I just hear excuses.
Not back from Wales. Why don't you just come from Wales to Stafford on Friday?
It's so simple. It's so simple.
Spitfire have no rooms. Oh, okay. Try somewhere close to there. Yeah, Connor, come on. Answer the question. No pressure, mate.
Can you send a link? Sorry, go on.
No, it's all right. I was told that for expenses where food's involved for entertaining, that I couldn't claim the VAT. In fact, it wasn't my accountant that told me this. It was the VAT man that told me this. If I go to it, I can't claim the VAT back. I'm in a company van that has to go back to Durham. I'm not seeing this now. He's in a company van that has to go to Durham. Otherwise, he would.
We've got... I'm going to the Chinese. Yes, I am.
Hey, Connor, I know that, but they've told me directly out of their mouth that I wasn't allowed to do it. But anyway, that's a different point.
Oh, the maths.
Jesus.
How am I going to do the maths? 33% of 18 votes. So 33% of 18 are coming.
So what's a third of 18? 9. No, it's not. That's off. I've done it wrong again. The maths is out again. Really quickly
Six.
And I got it wrong last week.
Six.
Wait till I'm doing your bills up, guys. It's gonna be like this. How much is this? I'm gonna be like, this is 9.
It would have been easier if we just type the word me in the chat if you're coming to the Chinese on Friday night. Just type me, and then we can literally just count which people, and we'll know who's coming.
So, just want to check my horsepower of a GX630. Just to make sure I did get it right.
My sister's only 29 miles away from PWS. Next time I'm down, I'll come and see you guys. What was the answer to the question? Can you use a 40 litre per minute pump with a GX630?
I'm just double checking that it is the horsepower that I thought it was. 20.8 horsepowers. Okay.
Dauntless, you couldn't just say me, could you? You've confused things now. Me plus a member of staff, so me plus times 2. Oh god.
Oh no. I'm gonna book a random amount of places for a 8 o'clock table. How does that sound to everybody in the chat?
Sounds great. 8 o'clock's a bit late though. Why so late?
Well, I'm thinking by the time I've got to get home, get changed, unless I'm going in my bloody work clothes.
I've got to get home,
kids up.
get changed, and then travel an hour and a half to Stafford.
Exactly. See my point?
Oh, okay.
So
fair
assuming
enough.
you work until 5 o'clock, that'll put you Stafford for 6:30, assuming you had no hold-ups and it took you no time.
True.
Sort of 7:45, 8 o'clock. I appreciate it's not early, but I think it's around the right time.
Yeah.
They do serve alcoholic beverages.
They serve alcohol?
Yes.
Okay. So I use a 0.65 turbo. I want a twin turbo for roofs. Do I get 265s? No, you get two 03s. I would.
So a 41 litre pump requires 20 horsepower to run at full pressure. According to Honda,
They're 14 horsepower, aren't they?
no, a 630 is 20.8 horsepower
Oh.
at 3,600 RPM.
That's what I've got, isn't it? 630. Jake finishes at 3 p.m. That's so true.
Do you really finish that early?
Do you know what time we finished today?
Go on, what time did you finish today?
Midday. And then we went and got lunch. And then we went and unplugged Jakey's grandpa's alarm. Because it kept going off every time he had a power cut. The alarm goes onto his backup battery and he doesn't know the code to turn it off. So we had to go and unplug the backup get up my ladder, disconnect the batteries. And then as we were in the van driving off, we had the alarm going off. And there's another alarm around the front of the house that we didn't spot. So we had to go back up the ladder, disconnect that one, take the fuse out. And so we finished at like 1:30, 2 o'clock today.
I don't think YouTube can ban me for that, can it? It's just going to demonetize you for that one.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so it's one of them and an anchor.
Darren, just sit on a different table and have a different bill. That should sort the VAT out. It's so true. You can't sit with us.
I've just tell you, it's embarrassing. My master all this shit claiming hot. Can't swear, don't demonetize your tune.
Do you run your home project water pump off mains or a 12-volt battery? Do you run your home project water pump?
Yeah, so when I do like project stuff, I just run a inverter. So I just run a 12-volt inverter, then run 12-volt outside anywhere where it may be wet.
I was going to speak to you about potentially winterproofing my van this year, because I spoke to you about it last year and never did anything about it. I just put a little oil-filled radiator in the van instead.
That's okay. It's a bit of a rough hack, but it'll do.
I think it's safer than like one of them diesel heaters.
Oh, they're not designed to be left on their own.
No.
So let's talk about them, shall we? Those diesel heaters. Those diesel heaters are basically when you're not in it, it's an unmanned flamethrower that you've got inside your van.
Exactly what I'm
thinking.
thinking.
And if you're not in it, so if you're in it, the idea is if there's a problem, you turn it off. So when you use it as a night heater, as a camper or a lorry, you're in it. So if there's a problem, you switch it off. If you turn it on and then go in your house and then your van sets fire on your drive, you really think a product that's not designed to be unmanned, the insurance is going to pay you out for?
The other issue is, now that I've got multiple machines, I don't want to just heat the water in the tank, because I think that was the other option. It was to have like a tank heater, I need something that's going to heat a Sprinter, and that's quite a big space.
No, you put a bunch of tube heaters in, but basically what you do is you make it so your van plugs in. So you park on your drive and you plug your van in like a caravan.
Is that going to be is it going to be a lot of modification, do you think, to do that?
No, it's one plug on the back of your van.
But
it just comes through the floor.
You haven't got a drill hole in the side of the van?
One hole. No, bottom of the van. Put it underneath by your back bumper.
Oh, so you're not drilling through the side, and you're not going to have a big hole. You just drill underneath, and the cable goes under. And the ones that are on your website, are they still appropriate to like link a bunch of them up?
Yeah.
Self-fit van heater kit. So do you do multiple tubes of these? That one looks like it's just the one tube.
Yeah, you can just click for extra tubes. Your van, I would talk to you separately about what's appropriate for your size van.
Can you talk to me now?
I think given the size of your van, you'd probably want possibly even longer than the 2-foot tubes.
And do you put them on the floor or on up? Because heat
down.
Yeah, heat rises, so you want them low down.
So I would mount one of them nearly on your machine, as close to your machine as I could get it.
Right.
I'd then mount one near the water tank, and then we put a couple at the other end of the van. Remember, these are designed to keep the frost off, not make your van warm. So they're like if you were using them in a home environment, they'd be in your garden shed or your greenhouse to stop your plants from getting frosty.
Right. Okay. I'm wondering if an oil-filled radiator would be better at stopping all my hoses from freezing up. Do you know what I mean?
They'll do it. You just got to place enough of them and do it right. But then they're fitted and it's right and it's plugged in. An oil-filled radiator is going to bounce around everywhere in the back of your van.
Yeah, and I've got to keep taking it in and out every day and every night.
So the other things you can do, which is cool, is because you're plugging in at night time, there is nothing stopping you using like one of those C-Tech chargers on your van battery and having it hard fastened, and doing the same on your jet wash battery. So when you plug in at night time, it'll also charge all the batteries up on your van. So even on the coldest of cold mornings, everything's charged up.
Yeah.
So you get all the benefits. Once you put power in, you get extra benefits. There's nothing stopping you putting one of those tube heaters in the cab, and then your screen wouldn't be frozen up in the morning.
Ooh.
You could pick like an extra timer, so you could set it so with an electrical timer that would come on an hour before. So there's loads of stuff you can do. I mean, once you've got power in the van, there's nothing stopping you putting a bloody Ring camera in your van or stuff like that, so you can keep an eye on your van. Or I know that Fester had a problem with somebody breaking into his van and then locking it after they'd finished. They put a Ring camera in to catch them. Because once you've got a power in there and it's on your drive, you can connect them back to your house and do all kinds of stuff.
So the issue that for those of you that don't know and that have just got into the pressure washing industry, in the winter, if it drops below 0 and the water starts to freeze, if you've got any residue water in your hoses, which you just do, or in your tank, when that freezes, it expands and it will blow joints and seals, and it will wreck your pump. If your pump's still got residual water in it, it will expand and blow. Is that right, Darren? It blows the seals in your pump, potentially?
The professional of me is supporting everything you were saying, and it will blow the weakest link. The businessman in me says, be fools, don't do it, because you'll keep me in business over winter. Yeah.
So you said last year this was like one of your number one repairs over the winter period, was that?
Biggest repairs by a country mile. So a couple of things happened to me with what I do. So coming to this time of the year now, so anybody that's got a hot water machine or a boiler they haven't had serviced, or it's more like your hauliers and your food factories that have got the static versions of what we use. They've been using them all year, and boilers same sort of system as what would be in one of those little heaters. When you use them all the time and you perhaps don't have it serviced as often as you should do, the first cold morning, and they're like an old diesel car and they don't start. And they play you up and give you loads of grief and loads of trouble. So for this window now, our place, brilliant. Let's do the sausage fest. We're looking empty. Our place has had about 200 machines arrive over the last sort of 48 working hours, and they're all a different type of machine than the petrols because of the changing temperature.
Mm-hmm.
So we have that. And then after I get those working, it's then we're in frost territory. And usually we have a cold snap around the start of December, and then mid-January, everything's frozen until February if you're not careful. With the odd bright day that leads people into thinking, oh, it's not that bad, when really it's -5 and the kit's froze solid.
Yeah.
So you'll know because last year you had to put your radiator in. You were lucky because you probably froze it the first time and went, oh, shoot, God darn it. I've froze my van up. I best get the radiator in. I hope I've not fudged it up. Right?
Well, honestly, I've never had cause to look at the temperature. I've been so unaware of temperature my entire life until I started pressure washing, and I didn't realize how low it gets at night, like especially throughout the winter. It's like it's freezing most nights over the winter, like below zero, which I don't know if that's naive of me, but I didn't expect it to be like almost every single night it was dropping below zero.
2 years ago, when we had that bad frost over Christmas, I was out and I was clocking on my van -20.
That's crazy.
And I know this because the emergency services that we have to look after, they're all frozen and they're going, please come and unfreeze us. And I'm like, look, guys, you didn't bother putting any preventative measures in place. Why don't you just wait till the sun comes up in the morning? No, we must have a 4-hour call out. You must attend now.
And
We'll
also,
pay you.
there's nothing you can do. If you pull your machine out in the morning and your hoses are full of ice, there is nothing you can do.
Yeah, there you go. Just put an electric blanket over your machine. There's loads of little things you can do.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
The nice version is, so what I would do is I would put, because I don't like running leads up and down and all over the place, outside plug. I'd plug it in like a caravan lead, and I would be charging my batteries as well as everything else. I would also have mains plugs set up inside the van so I could do whatever I need to do. There's nothing, I am going to say this out loud, there's nothing special about the kits that we put on our website. If you can be bothered to go and find all the bits, you can buy all the bits separately. You know what I mean? We just do it because it's easier for people that just want something they can buy as one thing and bolt in that's suitable. You know what I mean? We've done the hard thing.
I think
you only got me tonight till about 9:30.
Oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do without you?
News. Let's have some tasty questions. Who's got some tasty questions?
So also the other thing I did last year. Oh my god!
Ooh.
The other thing I did last year was I invested in a little butane flamethrower because
good for getting rid of weeds.
Because a lot of the taps that I was coming across, like I was one of the few people that was still like pressure washing in the minus degrees, and most of the taps that you'd come across were frozen solid. But if you just do this for a while, it eventually starts coming through. But if you imagine that's just an outside tap, imagine your van and all your hoses, your low pressure hose and your high pressure hose, and all the hoses coming from your buffer tank, like everything's frozen. You can't do that with all of your hoses. So if you come out in the morning, huh?
And something will be bust as well.
Yeah, and if you come out in the morning, everything's froze, and you've got a big job on. It might be a commercial job because it's winter. You just can't work until everything starts defrosting. it's a nightmare. Hi Jake, what camera are you using for your videos? I'm using the DJI.
Excuse me. I'm currently on a live stream on YouTube. Is it important? Yeah. I'm featuring live. I'll put you on speakerphone.
Featuring DJI Osmo Action 4.
This is my friend Mark, who wants to ring me while I'm featuring live on Jake Smout's YouTube channel to talk about pressure. Well, say hello to everybody, Mark.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Mark. You are live. You are live in front of 100,000 people.
Don't swear.
Please don't
swear. Last time I demonetized Jake's channel because I swore.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so don't swear. I dropped you. What do you want?
I'm saying I can't say on YouTube.
Oh,
can't say on
I'm
YouTube.
Going to be off. I'm going to be off in half an hour.
Right.
Do you need me to call you?
Yes, please.
Okay.
It is important as well.
Oh, impotent, is it? Okay.
It is, yeah.
So, anyway, so you need to sort of say bye to all of Jake's followers. Apologise for interrupting his. Jake currently has got 164,000 people watching us live. So you are pretty famous right now.
That's good because everybody knows who I am anyway.
Just share that picture of him. Yeah, that's him, Jake. That's him. That guy there, the weird-looking one. That pedo glasses. That's Mark.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
Yeah.
That won't demonetize you.
Again,
he wears auto tints. Everybody knows. What? Oh, I'm going to demonetize his glass. I'm going to demonetize the channel now again. I've said the word. Right. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
You know, you could have just muted your microphone instead and had a conversation.
It's funnier. You said I bring it.
You do.
Bring the chaos.
You do bring the chaos.
That's £4 now.
I bubble wrap my pump, never had a problem. What's the best way to get water out of your high pressure hose?
You know the answer to this one, Jake. What was the advice I gave you?
Run your pump dry.
No, never run your pump dry. Come on.
Well, you could run antifreeze through it.
No, think logically.
Blow through the other end.
That's how they do it on car forecourts, by the way. They have an air compressor built in that blows air through the line.
Yeah.
And they have a weeping trigger. But no, in this instance, no. So think about what Jake said at the start of the chat. Come on, Jake. You've already explained what goes on. Water freezes, it expands. When it expands, it busts everything.
Unplug both ends from the pump and let it drain. And then you've not got anything backed up then.
Just unplug it, because if the water then gets in it and expands, it just expands out the ends. No big deal.
Trouble is, the way mine's sort of. I haven't got quick releases on my pump, so.
But you have on your gun, so just undo your gun.
Just the gun. That's enough.
Just the gun. That's enough.
So even though I've got 40 meters of high pressure hose, if I just unplug my gun, that's enough. Oh.
It'll take you ages to unfreeze it, but you won't bust anything.
Drain jesters normally have an antifreeze tank built into the van mount. Ooh. So you just swap over to the antifreeze tank and then run the machine for a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds to circulate everything, and then just leave it. That's a good idea.
I'm just not a massive fan of running like antifreeze is quite a vicious product, then leaving it sat in your pump
and tank, because then you can have residue from that when you switch back to your normal tank. You can have it sat in there for God knows how long. And is antifreeze okay to be washed onto someone's tarmac drive, for example?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I think there's other ways of doing it. But I get why people would do it. So I understand it. Do you know what I mean? What they're saying is, instead of putting it into your main tank, they're saying, you know, where you've got your inlet into your pump, it's like a diverter valve, so it'd suck from a different tank.
You know what I did this afternoon? I took everything out of my van, unbolted my machine from the floor, dragged it out sideways, emptied my tank, and just tightened up all my fittings because things had become loose, and I've had this drip underneath my I've had the drip underneath my tank for months and haven't done anything about it, and so my floor is probably rotten underneath this drip. Found where it was loose. I've even tightened up my unloader valve and a few bits, the inlet going into the pump. A few bits had sort of vibrated loose. Tightened everything up, put everything back, and it's still dripping. And it took me about 2.5 hours to do that whole process while vacuuming everything and making it all look posh, ready for the Smelty Sausage Fest.
That's what I was just about to say. You won't win the prize for best turned out van.
I'm wondering what to leave in and what to take out, because...
And that's innuendo bingo right there.
I'm wondering whether to leave Jakey's machine at home or bring it. I don't know, because it means if I bring his machine, I have to bring the buffer tank as well. If I bring the buffer tank as well, it means I have to bring the hose as well. And then it doesn't leave me much room in the van for all this bloody stock I'm bringing. I'm going to give you a run for your money. I might open up a new shop next door.
Just going to say, I'm not about the money, dude. You know what I mean?
Precious,
I just thought it was,
precious smelty supplies.
I just, it was one of those. I was like, let's just have cars and coffee. It'll be cool. And you're like, sell loads of shit, stuff. Done it.
That's it now. £6 that is now. No, I think.
No, I get the point. No, I get it.
I'm bringing stuff that I know.
Yes, let's bring. I know what we should do. We should have a competition on the day. I've got it. I've just seen Smart Exterior saying you've got to bring the orange wheelbarrow. Right? I've got an angle measuring tool. Right? And let's see what angle. We'll have a bet. We'll all bet, right, to get Jakey's YouTube money back now off the channel. Right? We'll run a book. What angle before it tips over? Let's do it.
I've got another idea for that. How wonky is the ladder?
Oh,
and there's a raffle.
Money goes to charity.
Yeah, there's a raffle.
Oh.
The ladder on the back of my van. The stuff that I'm bringing, by the way, is...
Oh, did you give me a number for that thing? How many?
20? You haven't told me how much it cost me yet.
I don't know. I haven't looked.
Well, if you give me a price, I'll let you know how many I want.
Hold on then.
So the stuff I'm bringing is like some... I can't even get the sentence out. I've been trying to get this sentence out 3 times.
Apologies.
The stuff I'm bringing is really good. I think people are going to find them really useful. So all I want to do is break even. That's all.
Okay.
Go on. So what are you going to say?
They're way more expensive than I thought they were.
Okay, I don't want them anymore. Trying to break even.
That's all I'm going to say about that. I'll message you tomorrow.
89 degrees and it goes over. It's less than that. It's top heavy. It's a triangle and it's top heavy. So all you've got to do is lean on it slightly and it goes.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
What's the best way to market/advertise as a beginner in the field to keep costs at a minimum? I rate the videos, brother. Keep it up. Thank you, mate. I would avoid paying for any sort of advertising other than potentially leaflets. I think leaflets might be a good thing to start out. Be very selective about the houses that you put leaflets through. Don't put leaflets through houses that look like an absolute dump because they're clearly not spending money to make them look good. Only post leaflets into like houses that look well kept, and even if they've not got a drive that you think you could pressure wash, maybe they've got a back patio. What I am going to do, or what I'd consider doing, is a winter leaflet for all your winter services and a summer leaflet just so you're very specific about what you're targeting. Honestly, I've not had much success with leaflets, but I've not really tried. My friend Richard has had some fantastic success with leaflets. That's what got his business started.
I think that,
sorry,
mate. I didn't mean to talk over you. I was just about to say, I think that leaflets form part of. We have some leaflets. What we do, obviously, we don't push them through doors, but we have leaflets for what we do. I find that they're all part of a bigger picture. So sometimes people might ask for a card, so you can give them a leaflet instead of a card. You know what I'm getting at? I think a leaflet on its own isn't enough. I also think that there is some merit in an A board at the job that you're doing.
Unless you've got a sign written van.
Or a sign written van.
For building work, maybe, but for pressure washing, where you're going to be in and out, I think sign written van's enough. We have like we're in your area that we post out to like 10 neighbours each side occasionally. We don't do it all the time. Well, I think that those are quite good. And we give out leaflets instead of cards. When someone asks me for a card, we give out leaflets. I would not consider Google adverts, Facebook adverts, Instagram. Don't do any of that until you've actually got some content and reviews on your page. If you're paying for Google ads and people click on your page and you've got no reviews and you've just got a couple of pictures and you can clearly see that you started it a couple of weeks ago, the money that you just put into those adverts is a total waste. So I would wait until you're at least a year in before you pay for any sort of advertising like that, unless you've got loads of content. Speaking of content, if you become a boosted member, you'll get access to all these photos. Look at all these that you can use for your marketing. Look at all these.
That was linked in nicely there, Jake.
Yeah. Become a boosted member today. Join the Discord. We've got all these different Scooby Firkins that you can use.
A Scooby? Do you not call them Flugelbinders?
Scooby Firkins is my go-to.
Thingy-mabob. That's quite a good one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Indian sandstone. Look, you got that was a soft wash on some Indian sandstone. Rust removal. Don't mind if I do. You can use all these for anything you like. There's hundreds. There's about 300 images there. Even got some Christmas lights in here, look. Start posting some of them. Next Door Neighbour app is good for advertising. Is that the sort of one where you have to pay for leads? Daz, are we getting a bonus prize for the worst van? I think I'll be winning that one. Looks alright from a distance. I can't believe, Smart Exterior, you've called the machine that I paid top whack for the orange wheelbarrow. I take great offence to that. I've got my diesel heater arriving Friday, so I'll keep it running on low overnight to keep everything defrosted. Yeah, it's literally a flamethrower in the back of your van, isn't it?
Yeah, but just because I'm only one person with one opinion. Do you know what I mean?
You're one person with many opinions. You were quite clear about that last week.
Whoa.
You have opinions on.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
Spent 24 quid on Google Ads today. Booked in 6 gutter jobs, turning in over 500 quid. Jeez.
No way. Let's see how many of those you've booked in actually end up with 500 quid in your pocket.
I don't doubt Washy. He's a reputable source.
That's not what I mean. I mean, will they actually all fulfill? It's all right booking them in, but will they actually all follow through?
They're all booked in.
That's what I mean.
They're all booked in. I reckon, Craig, you should do a little write-up in the Discord of what... Is there anything specific that you did with those Google ads that made it effective? Do you think?
Naked girls. It says naked girls are coming round to clean your gutters out.
Naked girls. On my next leaflet I'm designing, I put a note at the bottom saying, "Don't throw this leaflet away. Give it to a friend or a neighbour who may require this service, and save the planet too." You're guilt tripping them into not throwing your leaflet away. But if they recycle it, they feel less guilty. I throw away every single leaflet that comes through my door. So this is one of the reasons why I don't tend to drop leaflets as often, unless someone asks for one. Because I know how I treat them, and I treat them very badly. I paid for an ad on Nextdoor, never got one call. I would be posting in your local Facebook groups, had the biggest success with this. Yeah, same. So if you've done a job, there's a local place to me called Ashford Bank. It's like a little village, and I do a couple of jobs there. And when I do one, I tag the area to say I'm in Ashford Bank today doing this, this, and this. Take some nice before and after pictures, and then I share that into the Ashford Bank community group. And I always get work when I do it. Every single time I share, I've just done a roof clean because he saw me in the Ashford Bank community group. 950 quid just from one post in the community group.
I think local's good. I think doing stuff local is word of mouth stroke local groups is the way. They're generally the people that don't haggle you the most over money, don't give you the most grief. Friends recommended you, so they're not all over, or you've come recommended from somebody they know.
Yeah.
So you're not having the million stranger questions that you might get.
Yeah. The ones that I've travelled for have always been the most hassle. It's like I'm going an hour to 2 hours away from my house, to a job that I'm very prepared for, but the travel takes so much extra time, and this is a customer that even if they do recommend me to their friends, it's like it's like that distance again just to go and do the next door neighbours. Like I much prefer doing stuff local if I can help it. 95% of my leads you book via Google. Really? God, that's very high. Mine mostly come through Facebook and WhatsApp.
Right. Any more for me, Jakey boy, before I head off? Oh. Can you put a pressure washer system on a Ford Ranger? Done one?
You had it at the Expo. Didn't you have it at the Expo last year?
Oh, our compact fits in the back of a pickup, and I did Doug's Ford Ranger. It was an XBT van on our face tube. All the pictures are. We have a.
I'm going to pull it up on Instagram. What was it? What sort of system?
White pickup with gold stripes down the side of it.
How long ago?
This year, there's a picture. 10th of April. We did a cold water one. So
Doug.
We've done hot water at the Expo. Yeah. We've got a 500 litre water tank, I think, in Doug's. Or a 400 litre water tank. 100 metre high pressure hose. 21,200. It was neat.
No, I'm not seeing it.
You found it yet?
No.
If you go on our Facebook page and scroll all the way down, you'll find it.
No, it's not that one, is it?
Which one have you got up? No, keep going. That one, that's it there. There's a bunch more pictures of that a little bit lower down. Or a bit higher up, around that area somewhere. You can't see any different pictures than me. Where are you, Carl?
I got it. What was that pickup truck? Was it?
It was like one of the services people that had it. We did loads to it. Really good when it was done.
It is that one. Gold stripes down the side.
Yeah, gold stripes. That was it finished. There's just better pictures of it finished.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. There they are.
Yeah.
How neat's that? Hose reel on the side.
What's coming out the top of that tank? That looks like a massive bore fitting.
It is. It's for fast film.
Do you want a big pizza?
Yes, and can you run me a hot chocolate through as well, please? So I'm about to roll onto a second
What the
meeting.
hell?
Sorry, I'm just talking to. I have a child here. Just get a food ordering, so I'm about to go through to a second. I've got to go. I've got to get off this call with you and get onto another call with somebody else till probably midnight.
Okay.
For my toy car administration. So yes, I'll take a slice of pizza. And yes, my velvet is exactly that. I want a hot chocolate out of my velveteer.
I've booked over 130 jobs from Bark over the last year. If you know what you're doing and don't mind the competition, it's worth it. Darren, check your Discord DMs.
Oh, okay.
If your work is slow in the winter, offer grit snow clearance. I subcontract to a large company and earn good money. I did start advertising gritting last year, but got no calls. Washi is bang on. I'm getting the same 2 to 5 leads a day, booking in 99% of them. 350 quid today, 4 easy jobs, got booked in for the next 2 weeks, now booking for November. Just from doing Google Ads. I am considering running some ads actually, or even boosting one of my posts on Facebook. I think that. I wonder if can you do videos on Google? Can I do a Google ad with my video that I made for Facebook, like a reel style thing?
Which one?
I showed it earlier on the stream. It's just like a general gutter clearing, 10% off October. Plus, we do roof cleaning, all that sort of stuff. I wonder if you can run that through a Google ad. Or do Google ads just take people to your website? Or Google profile? You know what I mean? I don't even know how they work. Let Darren go. Sorry. Go on, Darren.
No, it's right. I'm just reading a message. I'm just trying to work out who it is related to the person that's in the chat. I'm trying to let's have a look.
How much would a van mount set you back for a pick on the back of a pickup?
Depends. Do you want hot? Do you want cold?
Let's go cold.
In all seriousness,
let's go cold.
So cold water.
21 200 van mount system with a tank, everything ready to go. Turbo accessory pack.
Doug was, because he brought his hose reel was really, really expensive. I think if you budgeted around the $3,000 mark, you would get a sensible installation in the back
with the frame, high pressure hose reel, water tank.
Set out like Doug's.
Yeah.
Or for a little bit more with a full frame that you could just drop straight on the back. It's not going to be mega money because it's just a cold water machine at the end of the day. The money's in the accessories.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything you want to plug?
Wasn't it? Me, nothing, mate. Just let's get Sausage Fest in the bag. Be great to see everybody. Let's hope that this weather front that's come in does one for the weekend.
I reckon we do. I reckon we do a WhatsApp. Do you want to do a WhatsApp group chat for the Chinese, or do you not want to give your personal number out?
No, you can use the works number. Ping the computer, and I'll just make sure I've got the work SIM in my phone over the next few days so I can pick it up.
All right, I'll make a group chat then, and you'll have to send me the work number, and I'll add you to it. And then
the work number or works WhatsApp is not a secret.
Okay,
I will share it for everybody now.
Yeah, Craig. I think Craig and Steve are coming down. I think there's from what we determined earlier from the percentage split, I think there's about did we say 6 people coming to the Chinese? Plus me and Soph, plus Daz and his family. And Darren.
So unfortunately, I will have to bring my brats with me. One of them is a full-size child who'll be serving sausages all day tomorrow on the sausage fest, and one of them is doing.
When's the next expo? It's in March, I think, isn't it?
March, yeah. It'll be on the back of the pickup in person.
Yeah.
So the hot water one will be on the back of the pickup because it's the easiest way for me to take a compact that's at eye height for you to look at, that I don't have to put in a van, put in a frame. So I just put it in the back of a pickup.
Mm-hmm.
I've shared the Works Discord number in the YouTube.
Okay. Steve and Craig, do you both want to come for all you can eat Chinese in the Friday night?
Either Jake will be paying for it or I will.
Oh, you're coming Saturday morning? Oh, I thought you were coming Friday night.
Oh, no.
Go on, Darren, bugger off, because I feel like I'm keeping you.
A little bit. I've sent you a message with that thing on.
Okay.
So I need to know tomorrow before 4.
Okay.
So I can make sure that we've got quantities organised and anything else that people might need.
Is that complete with?
Yeah, complete. But there's nothing. There's less than pennies in that for me.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
like try and keep it trimmed.
I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll let you know. Thank you.
Maybe I'll just do. Maybe I'll just build this many of them, and see what happens. Because I can always leave them on my shelf if need be.
Okay, sounds good.
It's not. Does that sound like a reasonable amount, or should I do more?
No, I think that's fine. That's fine.
Everybody's like, "What are they doing? What are they doing? What could it be? What could it be?" You'll see.
I've got some little surprises up my sleeve. Right.
Basically, it's the thing that we were looking at that you asked me to look at for you that I sent you on PDF. That represents half of that cost.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It would be cheaper to pro grip it for a long-term solution.
Yeah. Ooh, that might be cool. And I can write "smout" on the side of it then.
Correct.
And
anyway,
we can have the perfect tone of orange as well. Orange and black. No, just orange.
Sorry, Washes. When did this become a Friday night thing? Since people said they were staying at a hotel.
I thought
Craig
and Steve were coming down and staying the night before. I'm sure that's what you told me last week. Or the week before. I'm sure. Anyway. Thanks for joining me,
Jake,
Darren.
it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
I didn't swear at YouTube. I did not swear once.
You did.
I didn't. Right, they misheard. I said "shizer." Right? It's a completely different word in a different language. Right? It's totally different.
I think you also dropped a C-bomb last week, which...
No way.
Yeah. The occasional cuss word isn't such an issue for YouTube. But if you're dropping C-bombs every other sentence like you were last week...
I'm not having it. I don't use the C-bomb. I don't call anybody the C-bomb.
You said it once. You actually did say it once.
No way.
Did.
We're going to have to watch it back now.
You did.
Oh, I'm swearing without even realising I'm swearing. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for joining me, Darren. See you. I'm really excited to see you on Friday night.
Yeah, it'll be good. Like I said, I've shared the number. So you've got the number to share. Jobs are good, mate.
Lovely. See you in a bit.
See you, everybody. Take care.
If anyone wants to join the Discord, the WhatsApp group for the Chinese, if anyone's coming to the Chinese on the Friday night, send me a message on WhatsApp. My number's everywhere. You can find me on the website or on Facebook or whatever. and we'll liaise, because I'm getting a hotel. I'm getting a hotel the Friday night. Is Equip to Clean coming on Saturday? We know how much you love them now. I haven't spoken to them. I doubt it. We're finishing early on Friday to clean the van. I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to clean my van before Sausage Fest. I'm a bloody co-host on the event. I was thinking, to be honest, I might just drive the van there because it's going to get dirty on the motorway. I might just drive there, snow foam it, and just rinse it outside Darren's. Are we top and tailing on Friday, Jake? I mean, I'm down if you are. Be a good way to finally meet you. Our gutter vacuum system's going to be there. I don't think so. Julia hasn't confirmed. It's a long way for them, so I can't imagine they will. But I thought it'd be nice to invite them anyway. I think they're very busy at the moment. This is like peak season for them. I think I need to get something like this, a proper hose reel, because the one I've got is rickety and rubbish, and I'd like to mount it from the roof of the van, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm just like conscious of mounting, like hard mounting anything in the van, especially like low pressure reels, because all the low pressure reels I've had leak and drip. Has anyone used the Pure Seal app yet? I mentioned it last week on last week's stream. Load up Discord photo section if you want to see how well Google Ads work. Ooh. What converts? What does that mean? What converts? What's what converts? A new web form. This lead came from Google CPC with keyword gutter cleaning companies. Gutter cleaning service, gutter cleaning service, gutter cleaning company. It's just the program that sends me the leads. So you need an additional program, or does Google sort that bit out? Do you know what I mean? And is it people that have inquired, or is it people that have expressed an interest that you're then reaching out to? Yeah, I've seen a lot about the Rutland pumps reels not having like the bird edges on them. They're like very sharp edges, because I think are they laser cut or are they water jetted? And it sounds like they just need a bit of extra finishing. I went and visited Rutland Pumps earlier this year, but I wanted to go back and film a video there, but it was just getting into like busy season, and so it was just bad timing really. I went with the intention to film there, but meeting Ben for the first time, it felt weird just sort of pulling out a camera and like, you know, it's nice to meet people first before you shove a camera in their face. The guy who does my ads sorts it. It's people that have inquired directly with me. So how much are you paying the guy that does your ads? So when you say you spent 24 quid on Google Ads, you're also paying someone to manage that for you, by the sounds of it. I have a landing page different to my web page. They can fill the form out on there or call me. What converts, tracks and send you the leads. What converts is the program. It tracks this and sends you the leads. £200 plus VAT a month, so less than £10 a day. Okay. So 200 VAT, 200 plus. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm not sure. I think my website is already ranking pretty high on Google. So I wonder, I don't even know how to do a Google ad. Is it on your profile? On your business profile on Google, do you just like click ad or something? I wonder how it looks when it... I'd like to look into it, really. This is what I get when people fill out my application form. Okay. That is interesting. Is it a lot of setting up? Yeah, I don't know. I've never ran an ad. I mean, I've boosted a post on Facebook, and that's all I've ever done. So it's quite scary. It's quite like a scary territory for me to start paying for adverts. Has anyone used this? Is it any good? I think they've removed the camera feature. Like there's a camera feature where you can measure with the camera, and I think it was quite unreliable with different phones and stuff. Different types of cameras, different software, operating software and stuff. So I think they've removed that from the app because it was just a ball ache, apparently. That's what Chris told me. But it works out quantities and stuff for you. Once you put in the measurements, it works out how much product you need. Facebook ads and boost is awful, is it? It's strange because I was listening to a podcast the other day. Very successful entrepreneur, and he says something about Facebook have put so much money into making sure the adverts, making sure you spend money with them to run adverts that are successful to make them money. It's like if Facebook ads aren't working for you, it's because you're the problem. It's because you haven't done it correctly, or you haven't got the correct content. He said there are people, there's teams at Facebook making sure Google ads work, because then they get paid. The more money you put into Google ads because they work, the more money they get. And when he said that, I was like, okay, that makes sense. But then it's, I suppose, like you need to understand like the technique on how to. This is why it's annoying, is because like SEO and Google ads and Facebook ads and stuff, it's almost like you need someone else to run all that for you, because it sounds complex. Or is it as complex as people are making out, or are the ones that make it sound difficult the ones that are trying to sell you a service? You know what I mean? If I looked into it, I'm sure I could probably figure it out, but I don't know. Does anyone know what I'm saying? Did you find out about your mask, Jake, as I still need one? I ordered one from Pure Seal, which was on back order, and it did arrive within a couple of days. It didn't arrive as quickly as my other stuff that I ordered at the same time. I think I ordered some Biocide and some Surf Boost, and that arrived in like 2 days, and then the masks arrived in like 3 or 4 days, I think. But when it said it was on back order, I was like, oh, I might not even get these for like months, but they did arrive pretty quick. They're only like 25 quid as well, which I thought was quite reasonable. I'm sure they were more than that when I bought mine the first time round. Do you go on Facebook to search for jobs you need doing, or do you go on Google and search it? That's a very good point. Facebook is more like, can anyone recommend a plumber? If you're the sort of person that posts in like a community group, it's recommendations. rather than someone typing in a service like pressure washing in Redditch. No one types in pressure washing in Redditch on Facebook, but they do on Google. Maybe I'll try and do a Google ad and let you guys know. That's an idea for a video, isn't it? I put £300 into adverts this month. This is what happened. Would anyone be interested in that? If I did something like that. I feel like I've got the reviews now. I've got the content. I think I could potentially use... I could run a successful ad campaign, surely. Google ads are confusing, are they? It's complex. Problem with Facebook and iOS is to do with location tracking. I had leads from Brighton, London and New York when it was set to a 20-mile radius from Middlesbrough. Really? Is that because... Yeah, it's because Apple have got a strange relationship with like Google and stuff, isn't it? They make it difficult on purpose. I think even if you set your location for the ad, it still shows everywhere in the UK. Be interested, I'm chatting to your Sam Chap lads. Be interested in chatting to your Sam Chap. How can I contact him? Yeah, who's Sam? Is he the guy that you guys use? How are you getting on with the new phone? Just got one yesterday and the first 3 pics from earlier were in an unlit room. Really? The ones in the cellar? The Pixel 9 is fantastic. Pixel 9 Pro I've got and no complaints so far. It's been great. The 4K footage as well. 4K 60 FPS. I've switched from my DJI for doing like YouTube videos and stuff. I've switched from that to this now because it's just insane. I'll show you a bit of footage from filming the other day. And again, considering this was a very low light situation, bit of slow-mo there. Oh, you can't even see. Bit of slow-mo. And then yeah, this was all very low light.
This machine, it's one of our smaller machines, great for getting into sites.
And the footage is fantastic. I don't want to show you too much, but yeah, it's great. Anyone use the Pure Seal app? Did anyone mention anything though? Sam Aslop. Sam Allsop. ALLSOP. You'd be interested in that. Okay. What's better than Facebook or Google, you reckon, for advertising? Google Ads, it's all about the landing page. What do you think of my landing page then? This is my landing page. I'm not sure on this. This all looks quite cluttered up here. I don't like the photo and stuff, but I like all this. This is like nice and simple. Roof cleaning, gutter clearing, pressure washing, solar panels, windows cladding and PVC, soft washing. There was another one I needed to add on here. I forgot what it was. And then it's got like gallery. Oh yes, my recommendation, my Facebook recommendations are finally linked. I thought I did it when I first made the website, but they never showed up. And then I just activated something again the other day when I was editing the website, and now they're here. That's really nice. But then the call to action, the contact form, is right down the bottom. And then I've got the map. I've got messages on WhatsApp. All these more infos do take you to another page that's got a contact form at the bottom. Is that like adequate? Is this good or is this bad? Request a free estimate, that takes you to the bottom of the page to fill out the contact form. Oh no, it takes you to another page to fill out a contact form. Oh yeah, I've got a contact us page. What do we think? Is that a good example of a good landing page? Very professional. Thanks, Jamie. I was thinking of switching from the S22 to the Pixel, to be fair. I mean, my old Pixels, I did have a lot of problems with my old Pixel phones. The Pixel 3 was perfect. Pixel 5, very slow, very glitchy. Pixel 6, very glitchy. Had problems with signal on both phones. And then, but I decided to go back purely because of the cameras just wipe the floor with every other phone. Hello Dave, you're right mate. I'm about to write up a proposal for a massive local transport company with months of work involved. Then I will be their maintenance company moving forward. Multiple factories, yards. Any advice? I mean, it's good that you're doing it this time of year, because if you can line up some commercial work for the winter, that's better than lining it up for the summer. The summer is generally where you get most of your residential leads for pressure washing. So if you can organise commercial pressure washing in the winter, that's really ideal. The only thing is, if you're like a new business, I don't know how new you are, Dave, to pressure washing. There's a very good chance there's going to be stuff you're overlooking and stuff you're going to get wrong. Potentially you're underquoting. You could be massively underquoting. And when you build a relationship with someone and you start off cheap just to win the work, you can't raise your prices. You can, but you're going to make the customer unhappy. There's a chance that you're going to give them a rough estimate on prices or a solid quote, start the work, and then realise you've massively messed up because you've underestimated how much work there actually is. And with lots of different types of commercial work that I've gone into, it's always a bit of a shock. It has been for me personally, as a small business anyway. We're a little bit more equipped to deal with it now because we've got bigger machines and there's me and Jakey, there's two of us. So we can get through things a lot quicker than I could on my own with my little machine. Lack of experience, lack of equipment, poor judgment when it comes to like pricing stuff. You can be massively caught out, so I would just tread very carefully before you give any prices out for stuff, or at least say that I think the best strategy for you would be, if it's ongoing work and it's maintenance and stuff, I would suggest saying I will do one of these services for free as a one-off, so that we can figure out expectations and the plan for the other units and factories and whatever going forward. Even if it's just a small section, I'll do this free of charge, and that gives you that's like a good rapport that you're building with them. It's unlikely that once you've done something for someone for free, that they're then going to carry on looking for quotes from other people, because they've sort of found their man. He's going to do it for free, and then we'll figure out pricing going forward. If you can show that you do a good job on that first that first job, then they might consider a potentially slightly higher quote. Whereas if you just go in with a quote and they don't know what to expect and they don't know whether you can actually fulfill the contract or do the work, then it's just sort of your quote against someone else's. Whereas if you try and build a relationship with them, go and meet them, say, tell you what, I'll do this for free. Make sure you're happy with it, and then we'll look at a quote going forward. This is just an idea I've just pulled out of my arse right now, so someone else might have some advice for you on that one. I've not yet used the Pure Seal app. Going to have a look when I next order. What's the bird proofing? Bird proofing, my friends over at Solar Secure, Callum. There he is, look. He offers the bird proofing where he puts the cages around the bottom of the solar panels. I think this link is broke. Oh, it's not. Oh, yeah, it is. There we go. So it's a nice little add-on service for me to offer, and it helps my friend out if I get any sort of leads from it. And then he also occasionally sends me work with like roof cleans and solar panels and stuff. So it's a good little it is a good little way that we can help each other out, I think. Your website is killer, especially as you manage it yourself. Do you think? Thank you. It's just GoDaddy. It's just a GoDaddy template where I've just dragged and dropped all my content into it. Really, that's a website, not a landing page. Landing pages tend to be separate and focused on the service the ad relates to. Okay, so if I'm running an ad for gutter clearing, I want the landing page. Could the landing page be my gutter clearing page? This one. Would it direct them to this? And then if I'm running an ad for solar panels, could it just direct them straight to this? You know what I mean? Is that the way you'd do it, or are you talking something more specific? Me and Steve are taking on our biggest job ever starting Wednesday. What is it, Craig? What sort of job is it? Do you get much work from your website? We get a bit. I'd say now that it's quite like peak season over the summer, I was probably getting like 2 or 3 emails a day from the website, which I think is really good, considering it just sits there in the background and I don't really do anything with it. They fill out the contact form, then I get an email come through with all the details and stuff, and I can go back and forward with them, or I can just save their number on my phone and contact them directly. And they have to give me all their information that's relevant. So they have to give me, it doesn't say they have to give me their name here, but name, email address, phone number, and address with postcode, because the amount of people that get in contact and say how much you charge for a 2-car driveway, and it's like, 1, I don't know your name, 2, I have no idea where you are, so I don't know if I actually service your area, 3, if you give me your address, I can at least have a look on Google Earth and see roughly how big it looks and maybe even measure it up. You know, you're wasting time going back and forward with someone when you might not even be able to do any work for them. So I think this is a really nice way of weeding people out. And the fact that they have to fill out a contact form and wait for you to reply generally means they're seriously interested. The other thing I did when I was really busy, because I was getting so many messages from like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, I would save the link to this contact form, and when someone got in touch for a quote, I would say, please fill out this contact form and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. The people that didn't do that probably weren't interested anyway, so that was another way that I could filter people out that were just going to waste my time. Some people want a rough price. They actually don't want the work doing. They just want to know how much they can expect someone to do it for. They want to see if they can afford it. And if they want to see if they can afford it, but they're not actually interested in getting the work done, they're not going to get the work done. Got to go, mate. Up at 6:15 and travelling to Castleford to the cellar. Good luck with that job, mate. I hope it goes well for you. Thanks for watching. Definitely take your time with pricing. Don't feel rushed. It's so much work. I think I will price it bit by bit. The hard part is getting the first section agreed, etc. I've been going a few years now. What would you be charging for a week's work for 2 guys on a commercial gutter / pressure washing? It's hard to say. Everyone's day rate is going to be different depending on their running costs and stuff. This would be a good question to ask Connor Bentley when he was on the stream a couple of weeks ago. I would say I'd be wanting to do at least around about 235 quid per person per day would be like minimum. But then if you consider you're taking all your equipment, you're using your fuel, potentially your chemicals, you're traveling, it could move up to more like £400 per person per day. Some people don't understand how much exterior cleaning, how much work is involved in exterior cleaning, so getting people to actually pay that, especially for someone who's going to be employing you for a long period of time to do multiple properties, it's going to cost them a fortune. And so if you want to land the work, you might have to consider going lower than what you're comfortable with. But is that worth it? Do you know what I mean? Is it worth the trade-off? I'm potentially earning less than I want for the job, and it could be quite a difficult job, but I've got secure income and I've got predictable income over the winter. You know what I mean? It's hard, and I don't really know what the answer is, and I'm not sure I want to dedicate. Honestly, this is another one for you that you might not have considered. Ongoing work is a huge tie. It ties you up for a certain period of time. It might mean that you can't take on new inquiries from regular customers because you're so invested in this one job and you haven't got time. And it might even be that you're spending more money on new equipment to facilitate this new job that you've got to do. Say it's commercial gutter clearing. You might not have a big vacuum or a big generator to do that work.
You need anything?
Huh?
You need anything?
Oh, yes, please.
What?
Uh,
Glass of orange juice?
yeah, I'll have a glass of orange juice, please. Thank you.
Or coffee?
It's
10 o'clock.
I'll have an orange juice, please. Thank you. Do you want to start making them buffalo chicken wings?
Yeah? You actually want them?
Yeah. Or we can just have crisps and dip.
Or cheese and crackers?
Let's do cheese and crackers.
Sure?
Yeah, we'll do cheese and crackers in a bit, yeah.
We'll do buffalo tomorrow.
Yeah. Stilton.
In a bit?
What have we got? Stilton, brie, and cheddar. And Ritz crackers.
Yeah. Are you finishing soon?
Yeah, I'll probably go for about another half an hour.
No, we'll just sit and eat them.
Yeah.
Downstairs.
Sounds great. It's a date. So I found that I was doing work for a very big school, and I'd only just got into gutter clearing, so I only had Little Panther, and I was very tempted by this contract to do quarterly gutter clears, no, 6 monthly gutter clears for all of these sites across Worcestershire, and I was like, this is going to take months of my time. We're just approaching pressure washing season. Do I really want all this time taken up on my own? Because I was working on my own at the time. Do I want to commit all this time to this one job? Because it's not just that I can't take on new business from regular customers. You're also putting all your eggs in one basket. And what if they suddenly decide to drop you and find someone else? Also, you're essentially working for someone. And I went self-employed so that I didn't have to work for someone. I didn't have a boss. For me, sometimes commercial work feels like you've got a boss that you're working for. you have to turn up at the same time every morning. Thank you. Thanks. You have to turn up at the same time every morning. You have to sign in. You have to put your high vis on. You have to conform to all their rules. You have to travel, generally. And it's like, I might as well just be working for them. I might as well be on the books. I think it really does get to a point where that's potentially a thing. Although, on the flip side of that, I think it's nice to have maintenance contracts with customers, like with big customers. But if you can push them to the back end of the year, where pressure washing gets quiet, if you can have some gutter clearing contracts in place with schools. When I say contracts, it's hard. I don't think when people say, "Oh, I've got 6 gutter clearing contracts with schools," I think it's rare to actually have a contract in place. I think generally it's more of an agreement, like a verbal or an email agreement. I bet there's not a lot of exterior cleaners that have contracts unless it's been put out for tender. I might be wrong. Maybe that's just my experience showing through, but I think commercial work is very, very valuable. And I think it actually saved my arse last winter when Zach, my brother, brought in quite a lot of commercial work with the schools and stuff that we were doing. But they are a pain. The paperwork is a pain. The hoops you've got to jump through is annoying, and it's time consuming, and it doesn't always come through. It's not always worth it. Has anyone else got any experience with commercial work that you think Dave would benefit from? I recommend your pal for the bird proofing also if he's local. He lives in Churchill. Bee's Knees, I thought I saw you clearing gutters literally outside my house the other day, on the end of my street, but it wasn't you. See, he had a different van to you, but he had a brand new Panther. I could see his vacuum. It was brand new, and he was stood back taking pictures of the house. I think he had like a dark coloured van, like a dark grey van maybe. I thought it might have been you because he had a big beard, but I don't think it was. That's it. You can have as many landing pages as you want. They're like mini websites to get better conversion rates by being focused on specific thing. Okay, I thought a landing page was like the front page of your website, but you're saying it could be multiple things depending on what you're advertising. That's good to know. I thought of the fact that it will likely be turning away 100 plus customers between now and Christmas who could be returning customers. Yeah, and that could be. It depends how valuable you think this work is and how likely they are to return next year. You know what I mean? Commercial is £500 per day per man. You say that very matter of fact. That is what it is. Commercial is £500 per day. Maybe. Even for a labourer, for an inexperienced labourer, £500 per day per man. That's what we charge. Yeah, I know. I knew that's what you're saying. I was just pulling your leg. I got this contract for cleaning Weatherspoon's windows. Really? Is it a contract or is it a written agreement? But they wanted me there a certain time in the morning. Couldn't just rock up and be free. Didn't want it. Self-employed, not employed. Yeah, that's exactly my point, is that they dictate everything about the job. And you are just like a victim of whatever they want doing. And you've got to make it happen. Everything's on their terms when it comes to payment, when it comes to time, when it comes to results, days. Like, sometimes I've avoided contract work or commercial work because I work Sundays and I have Tuesdays off. And to be able to fulfill this type of work, I'd have to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like everyone else does. And I'm like, well, that's not going to work for me, so why am I bothering? Taking into account RAMs and period of payment would be my advice. True. Yeah, most places have got like 30-day payment terms. Some schools have like 90-day payment terms, which is insane. Schools will pay you whenever they fancy. I've had so many issues with schools over the last 12 months. Often the red tape on commercial jobs can take longer than the actual job. Absolutely. I think it's always good when you're quoting for a commercial job and they require risk assessments and method statements and policies, is to send them a draft of one. If you do multiple, make a draft and then say, this is the kind of risk assessment you can expect. If you go ahead with the quote, we'll fill it out properly and make it specific to this job. Because in the past, me and my brother have filled out entire risk assessments, which it's not a 5-minute job, sent it to the customer for the quoting stage, because that's what they've asked for, and then you never hear from them. They just ghost you. And it's like, we've just sat down for a whole evening putting this together, and they haven't even had the decency to reply to the email. We even followed them up and stuff, and just, you get nothing back. It's crazy. My concern, Steve, is that if I charge $5,000 for 1/50th of the job, they'll be thinking, what the hell's going on? Also, you've got to also consider that these commercial customers have deep pockets, and they have other contractors that they expect to pay for other work. My brother said this to me. He was like, this is why he always likes to find out whether the school is privately funded or government funded, because they have different types of pockets. He said they have this facility that they run, and they have a pot of money set aside for maintenance. So it's in their budget. It's accounted for. It's not like your residential customer where they want their patio cleaning and now they've just got to find 300 quid. These commercial customers have pots of money set out for things like grounds maintenance, interior cleaning, exterior cleaning, things that go wrong, electrics, plumbing, all that sort of stuff. They've got the budget set aside, so that's also something to consider. If someone's got multiple sites and multiple warehouses, they've got deep pockets. That's, so you also on that side of the coin, you can't be scared of charging what you think you're worth, else you're just going to undercut yourself. They might be thinking, oh, he's going to be charging at least $1,000 a day for 2 men, so we've accounted for that. But actually, you end up charging 400 quid a day for 2 men, and they think they've got an absolute bargain, and now you've committed to that for the next 2 years or whatever. It's difficult. It's very difficult. It might be worth speaking to someone who's experienced with doing commercial contracts, because I don't think you're talking to the right person here. I can't really give you advice from experience. I'm just sort of speculating. I've got a bit of experience with commercial work, but not enough to give you some solid advice. You know what I mean? Hi, what do you think of the Skyvac cleaner for guttering? I can't speak from experience here, although Skyvac is a very popular brand. Mighty Atom. Let's have a quick look. Is it a 1700 watt? How powerful are we talking here? Oh, it features blow function as standard, so you can blow and suck with it. Nice. Doesn't say the wattage, unless I'm missing it. Specifications. 1600 watt. And with... the carbon fibre poles are the only option, by the looks of it. which is interesting, because gutter vacuum systems, which would be my recommendation based on my experience, offer the aluminium poles. So if price is a consideration for you, 798 quid. Hang on. 50mm clamped poles. Let's go 20 foot. An additional 414 quid. So that's probably the ones you want at least. And then let's go for the Panther. What am I doing? Let's go Panther, which is 1700 watts, so you've got an extra 100 watts. Was it clamped that we chose? Premium 50mm clamped poles. Clamped carbon poles. 20 foot. You're potentially saving yourself on that particular example 200 quid by going for the Panther, which is slightly more powerful, doesn't have the blow feature, or if you want to save yourself even more money, you could go for the aluminium poles, which is what I've got. Not only because I'm tight, but I actually prefer the aluminium poles just for like durability and lack of maintenance and stuff. Like I've got aluminium poles and they have lasted me over I think over 2 years now, and I've done nothing with them other than occasionally like spray some grease on them. $595 to get you going for gutter clearing this year, instead of having to spend 1200 quid. Because these are also 51mm poles as well, by the way. I suppose you could go for the smaller, the 44mm poles, and get it down to 798. Couple of options. I don't know. I like gutter vacuum systems personally. I've got two vacuums. I've got the Panther and I've got the GVS 3600. And the service I've received is top notch. Hi Jake, do you have a lot of customers where you provide a quarterly biocide treatment to patios, etc. when you've washed them? I've got about 3 customers that I've not got them signed up to anything. I've just said, I'll get you booked in the calendar for 6 months' time, and I'll come back and apply some more biocide. There's no like contract or anything. That's just what I've suggested, and they're happy to go with it. It's like, once we've cleaned and sealed your driveway, let's, instead of cleaning it every year now, let's maintain it with biocide. Or instead of having your nice patio pressure washed that we've just repointed, instead of pressure washing it again next year, why don't we maintain it with biocide? I don't think you need a quarterly biocide. I think leaving it yearly is too long. I think 6 months is like the I think that's the sweet spot. I'm presently using the Iron Hull wet and dry vacuum for cleaning gutters. I can't afford much at the moment. Entry level looking. Thanks for looking at my comment. I started out with the Titan wet and dry vacuum from Screwfix, but because it had such a small inlet, even when I've paired it with the big poles and like a bigger hose, it was blocking constantly with the 38mm inlet. So even though you got 51mm coming all the way down through the hose, as soon as it gets down to that 38mm, That's where your blockages come. Starting my pressure washing business, best marketing methods to get customers quickly. Go door knocking, I would. If you want to get customers straight away, even before you've got leaflets printed, design and order some leaflets. But in the meantime, go out and start knocking doors. When your leaflets get delivered, then take them with you next time you go out. And learn how to knock doors as well. Watch a YouTube video on how to knock doors, because there's an art to it. There's an art to selling a service at someone's door without pissing them off. I really wish I'd have gone with clamped poles. The Skyvac Industrial 85 with 40-foot poles is more than what most would need. Have you got carbon poles, have you? Bee's knees. Because carbon, you can get the push fit carbon poles, and then you can get the clamped carbon poles. And I don't know which one's better. I'm guessing the push fit's better because they're slightly more expensive. I'm really happy with my aluminium poles. Are the aluminium poles clamped? Do they stick? They are clamped, and yes, they occasionally stick. But as long as you suck them through with a bucket of water after every job, it keeps the poles clean. And if they do stick, you just twist them. You just learn how to twist them. You can't just like pull them out like that very easily. Occasionally you've got to like twist in opposite directions. But as long as you keep them clean, you won't have any problems with them sticking. It's when you've got grit on the end of them and then you push them together, clamp them, do a job, don't suck them through, and then try and undo them afterwards. That's when you come into problems. It also depends on the surface, Steve. If it's not a very porous surface and if it's not great at like absorbing biocide, there's a chance that it's going to last longer on different surfaces. The reason you can go longer for roofs, I'd assume, is because most roofs, like most concrete tile roofs, are like super porous once they've lost their coating. I just bought some poles from the range. Poles and all the attachments for 179 quid. 6 poles and all the attachments for 179 quid. What sort of poles? Are they like flag poles? I've seen someone using flag poles. What do you type in the range to get poles? Gutter clearing poles, are you sure? Gutter poles? Oh my god. What on earth have I just stumbled across? I didn't know they sell this stuff in the range. Look at that. .2 meters, 700 grams. So they are heavier than gutter vacuum systems. They're 500 grams gutter vacuum systems are. However, that's still a bloody bargain, isn't it? 180 quid for 6 poles. 51 mil. I didn't know this existed. That is very, very good to know. Insane. Are they push fit? Oh, have they got clamps? Is it those? Or are they just push fit and then clamped on the end? The wing nut might just be on the end by the looks of it. Does it come with nozzles as well? Or just one nozzle? Comes with 2 nozzles. What on earth? Yeah, it looks like they're push fit. I've never thought about looking on the range for this sort of stuff. That is very good to know. Don't tell Julia. They're exactly the same as the GVS poles. They are not. They are not. The GVS poles are 500 grams. These are aerospace aluminium, the lightest in the industry. You heathen, how dare you? 500 grams per section. Trust me, ask Steve. I have both. I know the I know Equip2Clean used to sell 700-gram poles, so they might be the same as the Equip2Clean ones. How dare you? Jake, it's what Monster Shop sells. What do you mean, Neil? The carbon poles stick occasionally, I've heard, although not really had the problem. Clamped aluminium are the best in my opinion because they're easier to store and last longer. I think carbon fibre just generally requires a little bit more care. You got to be careful. It scratches easily. Haven't you got to, like, not oil them, but like wax them to keep them fresh? And if you break a carbon fibre pole, it's so much more expensive to replace. Sink waste water pipe. Seen the Max Blast loads on Facebook last week. The Max Blast, is that the red vacuum that we just looked at? Is that this thing? Yeah, someone else. I saw someone put that on Facebook as well. This has got a tiny inlet though. That's not 51mm by the looks of it. Oh, is that the drain actually? That might just be the drain hose. Oh, it looks like it's got quite a big inlet at the top actually. No, that actually looks small. Can't tell. Can't tell. Is that 51mm? I wonder. Oh, it could be. Actually, could be. Apparently, it's huge. Yeah, to be fair, my GVS 3600 is massive. And it doesn't look dissimilar. It looks exactly the same, actually. I'll be honest. Apart from the trolley. It looks exactly the same at the top here. Interesting. Does the GVS machine have drains? Not at the bottom, no. No, it's got no drain holes. Although they've just brought out a new one, which looks insane. The Phantom. This one looks a lot more custom. I mean, the trolley does anyway. And this has got a much... This has got a different like filter setup than I've seen in the other vacuums. This one looks pretty crazy. Still only 6 likes on the stream. The website Monster Shop. I know it says different. They aren't. They are the same with more bits with them. That is interesting that you say that. Monster Shop. What are you talking about, Neil? Monster Shop UK. What am I supposed to be looking at? Gutter vacuums. Well, they're on Max Blast as well. The Max Blast are on the Monster Shop as well. A couple of different vacuums on there. Industrial wet and dry. It's got a plastic tank. That one looks cool. Vacuum floor nozzle. Cool. Couple of options for you. I think they're all made in the same factory in China, and they get given different labels. No side inlet on the cheap ones. True. Yeah, you've not got that like spinny firkin. To be fair, the Panther's got side inlet, but the GVS 3600 doesn't. It's got like a front inlet. Monster Shop is who supply the range. Okay. Is there much difference between the Screwfix Titan vac and the one you presently have? I think my Screwfix vacuum was like 1400 watt or 1500 watt, whereas the Panther's 1700 watt. It had a tiny 38mm inlet that just sort of went in and down, so it constantly got blocked in that corner. Whereas the Panther has a 51mm inlet all the way through, and it's like a cyclonic style. It comes in sort of sideways and goes round. So very, very rarely block the Panther, unless I've got like a big chunk of mortar in it or something. The main blockages are in the arch, in the flexi arch at the top. The nozzle head, the nozzle, you know what I mean. Other differences, presumably build quality. Plastic tank rather than a stainless steel one, which I prefer the plastic personally, because it doesn't get scratched and battered. Easier to clean out as well. But they're all, I think they're all fairly generic, with different manufacturers like stamps on them, I suppose. But you've got to find what you want, and if you know what you want, then it's easy to find. But if you don't know what you want, you might have to try a few before you find one, which isn't an option for most people. I think you've got to look at the unique selling point of each vacuum, and take it from me, if it's got a small inlet, it's not suitable for clearing gutters. In my opinion, you need 51mm is like, you know what I'm saying, the minimum, the standard. And also, don't be tempted necessarily to go for a massive vacuum if you're only targeting residential work with the occasional light commercial work. I think the Panther is very capable to do most jobs. This is the other one I've got, the big one. Oh, that has got a side inlet. Sorry, I am mistaken. I thought that it was a front inlet. It's not. I'm an idiot. I've got a slightly different frame. I think that one's the off-road frame. But this is bigger than you expect as well. When it came, I couldn't believe how massive it was. But it's got that large capacity for the commercial jobs. So, triple motors. I assumed, wrongly, that this would be 3 times the power of the Panther. But it's not. It's 2.5 or 2 and a bit times the power of the Panther. Panther's 1700 watt. This is 3600 watt. So I think it's 3 1200 watt motors. Is that right? Yeah. So you just assume because it's a triple motor instead of a single motor, it's 3 times more powerful, which is what I assumed until I did the maths. 51mm to 72mm cyclonic. Yeah, so the inlet is 72mm, but the lowest it reduces down to is 51mm. Be good if you could switch it off to let the muck hit the floor. So that's the other thing about the, I think the Skyvacs. They have something on the base pole that you twist, which opens up like a hole to stop the suction. So when you pull out like a big snake out of the gutter or a rock or something, and you can't suck it up but you just want to drop it, with my vacuums I have to drop the poles down, turn the motors off, wiggle it, wait for it to come out, and then turn the motors back on and carry on. Whereas with the Skyvac one, I think you take it out the you can like take it out the gutter and then just open the chute, and it removes the suction, and so it lets it drop, and then you just turn it again and carry on. So that seems better. Although I don't know if I didn't see that on the Skyvac one that I showed earlier, so I'm not sure which machine that's on. Actually, it might not be Skyvac, I can't remember. You got the Gutter Sucker Junior for domestic. Skyvac Gutter Sucker Junior. Oh, they do a smaller one than the Atom. Commercial, Industrial, Sonic, Skyvac, Mighty Atom, Interceptor, Nitro. God, there's so many different ones. Where's the Junior? It's not Skyvac, just Gutter Sucker. That's cheeky. Gutter Sucker Junior, Skyvac.com. That is very cheeky. They know people are Googling it. Very cheeky indeed. I've clicked on this before, apparently. This looks good. It's got everything you need. Wire reinforced hose. How do I get off this page? Push fit, premium, 50mm clamped. It's 1600 watts, so it's 100 watts less than the Panther, which is interesting. Most of the smaller ones that we've looked at are 1600 watt for some reason. Cyclonic side entry. How much we talking? 50mm clamped, 20 foot. Still talking over £1,000, didn't we? Skyvac Elite poles. Oh, is that what it is? It's a Skyvac product, the one that opens up. Release conversion cuff. Oh, you can get a conversion. I bet I could stick that on my pole. Converts our push fit pole 45mm to the VAC release pole. Oh, this one's for a 44mm. I wonder if they do one for the 51mm. Does it not do it for the bigger one? I'm not a fan of this website. Release. Elite VAC release gutter cleaning pole. .5 meters. So it's a single pole. Presumably it's a base pole. And it's for the push fit carbon fibre ones by the looks of it. Look at the way he's holding that. So this is for the clamped carbon fibre ones, isn't it? Or is it the push fit? I don't know. Looks like it's clamped. It's a patented design. Exclusively at Spinner Clean. So are they called Skyvac or are they called Spinner Clean? I can't tell whether they do it for the Oh, diameter is 50 mil. Is that internal or external? I don't know. Is it only for the thinner poles? I'm not sure. Anyway, I need a wee. I think I'm going to call it there. We've done 3 hours and 15 minutes. Skyback and Gutter Sucker are the same company. What is going on? It's all the same, isn't it? It's all just the same stuff. No, but in fairness, they were well made, lasted ages. Mine was paid for in 2 days. Yeah, that's the thing with gutter clearing equipment. It pays for itself very, very quickly. I like the Panther. I'm happy with mine. Right, guys, I'm going to leave you to it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to text me on WhatsApp if you want to come to the Chinese Friday night before Sausage Fest. I'll see you next week. See you in a bizzle. Now, these videos take a lot of time and effort to film and edit on top of trying to run a successful pressure washing business. If you find any of the information in my videos useful, then I'd like for you to consider becoming a paid member of the channel. Circle members and above will get access to my private Discord for members only, where you can pretty much get a hold of me 24 hours a day for inspiration, technical help, marketing advice, or just a general chat. I post pictures and videos that you won't see on any of my other socials. You'll be the first to hear about giveaways, special offers and announcements, and it's just generally a nice place full of like-minded people who are all heading towards similar goals. We've got various different experience levels. We've got a few professionals in the chat as well. If you want to push your business, in my opinion, this is the place to be. We also have 2 other membership tiers. One is just to show a bit of support for the channel, and the other one is for boosted members, which will not only give you access to the private Discord, but also loads of high quality promotional images for you to start your business. I know what it's like when you're ready to get going but you don't have any before and after pictures to put on your leaflets. At the moment there's about 150 images that you can use for pretty much whatever you like, and my intention is to constantly update these over the next few years with all of my before and afters that have helped promote my business. Last thing before I let you go, new videos come out every Monday night at 5:30, and then I go live at 7:30 to chat to you guys and answer as many questions as possible. We do live quotes for real customers and just generally keep up to date with everything going on in the pressure washing world. Thanks for watching, back to the video.